tonight.
3, 2,
Hello.
1.
You think Dolphins is your ally?
Well, hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us healerless noobs, that's all you guys tonight, with no real healer, sit around, roll some dice, we do a lot of laughing at each other, and some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get the TPK channel
In our
going
house? That'd be sick.
now. You are all killed in your basement.
Then we get to haunt it.
Well,
So we are excited for you to be here with us, and
So
if you've missed any of our previous episodes, you can go on YouTube and you can watch. They're all up there, and we try to get the latest episode up by really the next day, or at least by the weekend. So you can go there and watch everything on YouTube. Of course, if you would consider subscribing to our channel, we would greatly appreciate that. And you also could follow us here on Twitch. If you're watching now, please be active in the chat. Let us know what you think, what's going on. Say hello when you stop in, and be a part of the game with us. Tell us what you think we should do, and we will... Shh. Yeah, I'm doing my opening monologue. Come on, be respectful. We would love for you to be a part of the game with us. You also can buy advantage for any of our players for 100 bits, or disadvantage for the DM, and that costs 500 bits. So you can have a direct impact on the state of the game with your generosity. And we also have some fun chat commands. You can type in ! commands, and that will tell you all the different things that you can do in the chat. All right, well, we are going to have our warlock arrive a little bit later, and as I said, our healer, our druid, is away for the next couple of weeks. So here is our party of 6 of 7, ready to go. And unless I missed anything, any other announcements, I think I hit everything. All right, well, let's jump into tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat.
Good.
Oh,
I missed it.
Oh,
I wasn't paying
you all missed
attention.
it.
Yeah, classic.
No.
Oh, I was
it.
trying to get the live stream up.
Healerless noob.
Ah,
Waiting with
failure.
Well,
Do.
hey, our adventurers.
We just lost a viewer.
Our adventurers, Moniker, have been slowly building a claim for themselves in the city of Waterdeep, the city of splendor. And they've been doing various tasks and adventures in the city and around the city, saving the smaller town of Nightstone and, well, at least some people in Amphil.
And letting Amphil burn.
And letting lots of other Amphilians die. But they've been making a name for themselves, and in that, adventuring, they acquired for themselves a home in the North Ward of Waterdeep called Troll Skull Manor, which they quickly renamed the Spirit Within because it had a poltergeist that was attached to it. They befriended him, learned that his name was Freddy, and up until the last 2 episodes, really kind of left his story a mystery. But as they returned from an adventure and began to explore the depths of their home and really uncover what is in their basement, they found that there is some sort of laboratory, some sort of wizard's study, something going on down here as they entered in and found booby traps and automaton monsters lying in wait to attack them. And so Moniker activated and took out several of the automaton. They found a enchained devil that they made a deal with and set free.
I'm going to deal with the devil.
And he kept his side of the bargain, left them alone, in fact went and found another imprisoned fiend, and they both teleported out of the little basement here. And as Sola was kind of guarding the rear, keeping watch on the back,
They were not attacked, were they?
they were not attacked. And as Melcine the Druid was whisked away by her necklace into areas unknown, Moniker finds themselves in the aftermath of a battle with 3 of these abominable machinations, where they found several scrap metal, they found forge kits and alchemist supplies, all scattered about this area. Lots of burned papers and journals and books, and a door at the north end, which they haven't quite investigated yet. All of these rooms, save the central chamber, are alight with electrical means, and so as the dust settles and you have all of the automaton stilled, Moniker, what do you wish to do?
Sleep.
Sleep.
I say we get upstairs, take a long rest. What could happen? Clearly, I'm joking.
Well,
Where am I
like a good idea
in
to me.
comparison to the
So you have been kind of guarding in this little vestibule area here. You know that they've gone through this room, and there is an ominous kind of obsidian rug which hold through the door onto, and it still remains there. And there are these 4 statues in the corners, similar to the ones that are in this room here. You also know that in the far southeast quadrant is where the devil was, and they kind of fought through there, freed him, and found some other skeletons. You haven't traveled through this south door at all yet, so no one has gone through that south door. Vincent, you surmise that the door to your east here leads into that same general vicinity, though no one has gone in there. And of course, the 2 northern doors you have not entered into as well. So that's kind of the state of things, lay of the land in your basement, your secret basement.
I want to walk over to the ash pile, because I believe my investigation roll when I first walked in was pretty good.
Right, this is a new investigation.
Correct, but that's why I saw it.
Yeah, so you certainly saw it, and Vincent, I believe you saw it as well, and Morthos, as you were looking around, you all were very intentional about looking and checking, and the 3 of you saw those things. So 2 of you can make an investigation check, or 1 of you can give advantage to another.
I'll help you, look.
And I'm going to use one of my advantages.
All right, so you're using your advantage. Well, you already have
I'm
advantage.
giving you advantage.
He's assisting you, so that gives you advantage.
I can't do triple advantage.
Elven accuracy doesn't work for investigation.
Ooh, that's good. 24.
24. All right, found everything.
Again?
So, there are several different things that catch your attention. First of all, you see in the folds of a very charred book, it looks to be a journal of some sort. You open it up and you can't find, you can't make out any of the writing within the journal. But folded up inside the pages of the journal, you find a cloth map.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you immediately recognize it as a map of the Sword Coast. And as you look at the names on it, you also recognize that there are some cities on here that have been destroyed or forgotten. So it seems to be a map of some time ago. I'm going to attempt to throw this to you.
Success.
All right. And so you have that map, and as you look at the map, I need you to roll an investigation check of the map.
Does that same advantage?
Can I still help him?
No, this is your own unique specific thing as you hold it and look at it.
Well, then I'm now going to use one of my
You
advantages.
can use your advantage.
Ooh, good. What'd you say, investigation again?
Investigation.
26.
Okay, so you notice on the map that there are several towns that have circles around them. And there seems to be a very intentional pinpointing of several of the locations on that map. Additionally, you find 2 scrolls that seemed to weather the burning that took place here, and they seem to have been able to unnaturally be preserved, which gives you the sense that these scrolls are magical. And so you kind of take out the 2 scrolls. Because you rolled so high, you found them both. And you can't really read them, though your arcane senses are tingling, and you kind of...
Spidey senses.
Yeah, it's a Peter tingle.
That doesn't sound
It
Take
Anyone
it back.
Who has seen Far From Home? Anyone?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So you have your Peter tingle, and you sense that it is magical. You also, as you take this takes, by the way, this takes about an hour for you to go through. So while he's doing this, the rest of you can take a short rest if you care to.
Can
You cannot,
Really?
because you are doing this investigation.
I make my way over to them?
That's
and
so
then-
physically
Say, Morthos,
taxing.
while I sit down and relax, I need you to go get that door I threw on the carpet, please.
I am going to take a nap. I am not doing anything of the sort.
Okay.
And so as you piece through all the different scraps, it looks to you that someone hastily tried to burn these things. And they were largely successful, though there were a couple of scraps and pieces of paper that you're able to read. And especially with your alchemical training, you're able to kind of sift through, and using some of the solutions that you have, actually bring some of the inks out further to make out what they say. And so there are really 2 groups of writings based off of your analysis of the handwriting. One that seems dated about 100 years to maybe 50 years ago, and then one that seems a couple years after that, though the dates are fuzzy. The second set of handwriting doesn't last in terms of the length of time nearly as long. In some of those scraps, on the first scrap, you find, and in investigating this and going over it, you kind of get a sense of some sort of order to this based off of the dates. And you find a piece of paper that says this: Wizard Lab found. Tinkering, integration, divine and fiend, how to harvest, ?
Ooh, question. Is this something I will get?
I can give this to you. Yeah.
Okay, because I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
I'll print this out and give
Thank
it to you.
you.
You have another piece of writing that says, ley lines converge, unstable connection, temporarily synchronize. You have another piece of paper that says, divine energy to fiendish essence capable, very dangerous, orged husk may, ... You have another piece of paper that says, on, encountered, seeking power, sent Krygor north, must investigate, conspiracy of shadow.
Of course.
Then on the other set of paper with the new handwriting.
So that was the one that was between 50 and 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
New handwriting. Found old lab. Investigating chambers. Freddy running front.
Freddy!
Next piece.
Pretty bad.
Sealed. Memory not good enough. Strong magic. Next. Am following plans. Ting. It's half of the word. Sentinels from. Cut off. Next piece of paper. Imprisoned for testing. Freddy suspicious. Uniting women to harvest. And the last piece of paper. Opening sealed chamber. Sentinels ready. Freddy not on board. That's what you find in the pile of ash.
Yeah, I'm definitely wanting you to print those out.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be too late by the time you print it.
I may be dead, but I want those anyway. Interesting. Hey, milkman. I have 2 scrolls here. Found them in this ash pile.
Let me take a look at this.
I throw them at him.
I catch it,
They crumble.
of course.
As you are handed the scrolls and you look at them,
Careful.
you see that one is a scroll of catapult, which is a first level spell from a mechanical standpoint, and one is a scroll of blink.
Don't blink.
All right. Also, the final thing you find
Oh wow.
is a broken, it looks like a broken jar, and inside of it is a ruby or some very red gem.
How big?
It's pretty big.
Oh, all right.
Pretty big, he says.
Am I over there yet?
You have been there. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So this took an hour for him. He was focused. If there's any conversation that you guys wish to have with each other while he was investigating and Morthos was helping him to investigate, you can have those conversations, and then we'll have Eli whatever information you're going to share with them.
I rolled hit dice.
Me too.
1 hit die.
Okay.
I'm at 52 now. D&D Beyond.
All right. So you rolled a hit die and healed up. Is anyone else?
I rolled 3.
You rolled 3.
Can I roll hit die?
You were assisting him,
So I cannot.
so you cannot.
Well, I want to help him.
What
No,
did
I have to
you?
go
I'm
back.
at 25 now.
25 for
I'm
Vincent.
sorry. I'm at 45.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a pretty big roll. 45
Where's my
for
math?
Hold.
I rolled 2 and I'm at 21.
21 for Rygar.
Yeah. And I'll stay there.
Okay.
Is my good berry still lasting?
You still have your good berry. The 3 that Melcine had on her person all went with her, and so Hold and Vincent also used theirs. So there are. You gave it to Hold.
Thanks, buddy.
And so Sola, Morthos, Mylandra, Rygar, and Eli each have a good berry left.
Does this actually have different names as well? Like, it actually does, or were you just saying that for story purposes?
What do you mean? Yes, that's an old map I got.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Cool.
that's not the current situation in the Sword Coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna compare.
Yeah, you can. You can, and you have a map of Waterdeep. You don't have a present-day map of the Sword Coast.
I do in a book.
That's true.
Out of game.
Yeah.
Can I inspect the gem that he found?
Sure.
No,
If
it's
he-
in my pocket.
If he gives you, technically aren't aware. You two are aware of the gem, but Eli, if you wish to share,
Yeah. I'm going to, because I'm not like Morthos.
We see what you're doing.
Does it match any of these? Got all kinds of glowing red things.
So, I was looking through an ash pile, and I found some pretty interesting stuff.
What's the ash of?
I think someone tried to burn a book and some papers.
Okay.
Rather hastily, as I was told. I mean, as I saw, and not everything was burnt. So I found this old cloth map of the Sword Coast. It's got some cities that I haven't heard of in a long time. Some are renamed, some don't exist anymore. Found those 2 scrolls I gave you. I found this gem in a broken jar, and I found some interesting writings that I want to, maybe not right now, but I want to dive into a little bit more later. It looks like, from what it looks like, Freddy was down here when he was alive.
Makes sense. I mean, he knew what was down here. He tried to prevent us from coming down.
Right. And there's some words about harvesting and women and husks.
Where?
Harvesting women. Do you think that was the women that were chained up in the other room?
Possibly.
They will harvest.
That's not the first time I've read about that either.
Who's doing this?
I don't know.
Perhaps Freddy knows.
The understanding I got was they, much later, heard about this basement and worked their way in here, potentially after the fact. I don't know. We can ask him. Doesn't hurt. He lives here. But I want to gather some more information on this. We might have to go see my girl Lily eventually.
The cities that were circled red, do you think that has anything to do with the attacks that are happening on Waterdeep and Anfeld now?
So they're not necessarily circled red. There's just some circles that have some cities with little black circles around them. As you look, these look to be the larger population centers, and they seem to be specifically marked for some reason.
So like Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate,
Mm-hmm.
those 3 specifically?
There's more than that, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So literally, okay.
Since I helped him, do I know all the things that were written down?
There are a lot.
Or is that
Yeah,
something that
you two would have kind of found all that together, though
Apparently.
it was all written in common. It wasn't in anything that you couldn't read. You certainly would have, as he found pieces, you would have helped him put it all
Specifically
together.
the part about Krigor.
You would have been aware of that.
Did I see him react at all?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
Do you see this name Krigor?
yeah.
You not recall the name?
Do I recall the name?
Roll history.
Eight. No.
When the guy that sold us this house,
Yeah.
if you remember, I asked him about the family. I take it the camera's not plugged on? It was on battery?
We'll get it.
Anyway, I asked him about the family, and he had said that the family had a son named Krigor that disappeared and nobody knew where he went. Obviously, he was sent on a mission.
This says Krieger went north.
So his family must have been a part of this, no?
Part of what part?
Whatever this is here.
You think the harvesting or
I don't.
the demon summoning magic?
I don't know, because, and I'm going to lean over to Eli and hopefully try to tell him more one-on-one.
Okay.
I'm going to pull the necklace out that I found. I found this necklace on one of the skeletons in the other room. And
Bracelet.
sorry, right. It's a bracelet. And it is the Menar family crest. I believe it was one of Krigor's family members. I find that kind of odd if he was involved in potentially one of their family was one of the ones harvest as well.
Well, you would know that when Kriegar was mentioned, or Krigor was mentioned,
Sorry.
that was in the old set of handwriting.
Old set of handwriting.
The harvesting was in the new set of handwriting.
Also, completely different
with
people.
regard
or
to-
I would just think it was different
Yeah, where it
people.
talks about following plans,
Right,
and
gotcha.
that was new
All right.
handwriting.
Okay.
How old is this map?
Roll a. Well, from your investigation and your knowledge of the land, it probably looks about 50 to 60 years old.
50 to 60 years old.
All right.
Is Greenest really that far south?
Again, things have changed.
Wow. Okay. Right. Yeah, it's got some age to it, which might help us kind of date these first set of writings, maybe 50 to 60 years ago, roughly. This is pretty interesting. There's some talk about ley lines as well, which I don't know if that's the first time we heard that word come up either.
Would I have ever heard of people being turned into husks or being, what are they calling them about it? Harvested? Yeah.
Roll a history check.
That's 19.
No, you haven't heard anything like that before. You know that there is magic, dark magic, black magic, necromantic magic that deals with life and death and transformation and things like that, but that's never anything you've really dabbled in.
That's out of my realm.
Yeah, this isn't the first time I've heard people being harvested. I'm kind of a byproduct of that by accident. From my knowledge, it wasn't this far west, though.
Where was it?
Back where I'm from in the east. But there's a lot I don't know, apparently.
Did it have to do with like a certain cult or?
Yeah, it was about, I told you there was a necromancer that these hags were in league with that they wanted to keep alive, hypothetically, forever. And they were harvesting women and children for their blood because they had the blood of the innocents. And I don't know if that has anything to do with a husk. That's new to me. But harvesting of women, that's not new to me.
There was something about harvesting from an angel, or was it not an angel? It was something else, right? Celeste, that's what it was. In the writings as well, correct?
Celeste.
It said divine energy to fiendish essence capable, very dangerous, forged husk may.
So I think we got to take very good care of this writing, keep it away or lock it away, and we've got to try to fill in the blanks, obviously.
Let's take out whoever's doing this.
Well, they may already be
Clearly,
dead.
they're still under control under here.
There's something going on. And our best lead is someone went north about 50, 60, 70 years ago, Krigor.
Another reason yet to go north.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of reasons to go north.
Good call.
But we've got to finish this first.
And investigate the harbor.
There are doors to be opened.
There are doors to be opened.
Before we leave that room, I'd like to search the table.
Yeah.
With all of the mechanical parts on it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Anyone assisting him with that?
Oh,
Eli? Alright, so you can roll with advantage.
That's pitiful. Even with advantage, I roll a 12.
12. It looks like a bunch of
One was a
scrap
5,
metal
6.
and mechanical parts. There seems to be implements and instruments for working a forge as well. Hammers, different tongs, and there is a small forge in the corner. Things like that.
Eli, did the letter did those notes mention forged husks? Forged.
It's specifically ORGED,
Okay.
husk.
So one could assume, but it doesn't say that specifically. It's burnt here.
I understand.
Forged husks, if that's the case, would mean someone's making them.
It could be the Sentinels.
I was just going to say,
Could
would
be
the
that.
Sentinels be considered a husk?
Wonder if he could be considered a husk.
So the word sentinel appears in the new handwriting.
Right.
It doesn't appear in the old handwriting.
I think it's something different. But
Could be Warforged.
there's still we don't know. Still enough we don't know.
It's open door number one.
Well, do we want to open the next door?
I would love to roll some hit dice, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yes, can we take another short rest? Because otherwise, I'm dead.
No way.
Am I able to?
Well, while you guys are
Let's
taking
figure
a
it out.
rest, the rest of you can do whatever you'd like to do.
Can I summon Tony with the?
You can take an hour to summon Tony.
Would it still take an hour
It would
with the spell book?
not with your spell book. Are you
Okay.
attuned to your spell book?
I thought I was.
Then it would not take an hour. It would take. Well, what's the normal casting time for that spell?
It's an hour, and then 10
So
minutes.
so
for
to
the
cast it as a
ritual.
ritual, it would be 70 minutes. So instead of it taking 70 minutes, it would take an hour.
Okay.
But you do have Antonio back. All right. So you guys rolled hit dice, and one more time, Rygar, what's your current HP?
47.
Okay, Rygar's at 47. You guys got that. And Eli, how much did you get?
I rolled 3. I'm at 46. I got 24.
Okay, 46 for Eli,
I rolled all 5 of mine. I'm out.
I don't know what you do. I don't know if you
and Morthos is at 44. So 46 for Eli and 44 for Morthos. Do you need anyone else?
Is my Landra even do it? She just got in.
Do you want to roll any hit dice to try to heal yourself during a short rest?
I don't think I got hit with anything.
You have 15 hit points.
Sure.
15 or what?
28.
20.
So it's a D8, and then you add your Constitution to
15
whatever
or
you roll.
28.
You're basically maxed.
Yeah.
6 plus 2.
You're maxed.
Right. So Malandra adds 8. All right. So while the three of them are taking a short rest, Sola, Vincent, Hold, Rygar, are you guys investigating anything further, or are you waiting for them?
I'll look at the forge.
Okay. You see the forge there. So the forge is kind of down here. The actual forge itself in the corner here. This table was more of where the alchemy supplies were, and in the corner here, it looks almost like a torture chamber, for lack of a better term. It's a there's more blood splattered here, and there's a rack basically set up kind of along the wall where this other demon had been, well, devil technically, had been strapped and then set free.
Any fresh looking blood?
No, it's all old. You do see the door as well, if anyone cares to investigate that.
I don't see anything.
Going
on the
back
forge.
in the
Just
hallway
wait on the
door.
forge.
Okay. Now recall that these all are still trapped.
Oh yeah.
So
I need that door from the carpet.
all right. So what were you doing, Sola?
I was gonna take a look at the
Fancy-handed.
forge.
Okay.
See if anything special. No.
Yeah, that was already investigated. Yeah.
No, maybe. I'll just do like one-handed handstands and.
Right. You're just kind of getting your pump on,
Oh yeah. Oh
doing
yeah.
push-ups, Goku style, eating large bowls of rice very quickly.
Oh yeah.
So, do you have any tools to disarm traps? All
for
of the
tools.
people who can do that are chilling right now.
Unless Morthos can use tinker tools and make them into lock picks.
He's resting.
That's what I mean.
I'm gonna give him a kick.
Oh no! Last time that happened, he lost 15 health.
Alright. Anyone else doing anything? So the short rest ends.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
We decided while you were
Where are we
chilling,
going?
the door on the south.
The
Of
south.
the hall.
Alright, I'd like to check in front of the door for pressure plates and
Here?
check the. I'm going to use the one in the room that
Or
I'm
this
already
one
in.
here.
Yep.
Yep.
Check the floor for pressure
Roll
plates
a
and the
investigation
door
check.
itself. 16.
16. There don't seem to be any pressure plates on this side.
Alright, I will attempt to use Mage Hand just to open the door.
Okay, and it opens up. And
Room closet.
So it wasn't even locked.
It's a nice neighborhood.
Can we move the map north? Like the entire map?
I
I
cannot.
think that is the bottom.
Yep.
Never
It's really not necessary. There's for this anyway.
Can you take those pesky blue tiles off?
mind.
So do I see anything in the room or is it just an empty
You
room?
do.
Oh, okay.
Dun dun dun.
It's a drone.
So
I got your back, Morthos.
as you peer
As you
into the
push me
room,
in. Yeah.
you see that it is lit as well with more of these electrical bulbs that are in place around the doors. In the opposite corner, you see 3 faces that are hung onto the wall. And as the door opens, roll perception.
That's weird.
Wow. I see probably nothing with a 7.
You see that they're made of stone, and you can't quite tell if they're carved into the wall or hung there. But the one thing that you do notice, kind of creepily, is that as you look at each of the faces, their eyes seem to focus on you.
I kind of take a step back. Guys, there are faces on the wall, and I'm pretty sure they are following me.
Strange.
Oh, do you want to go first?
Yeah, let's do this.
Wait.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
Detect.
What do you got, smart guy?
Watch the faces. I'll send Tony in to do like a lap around the room.
Okay, Tony flies in and does a lap. Roll perception with Tony.
Oh, I think it's. $15.
As Tony flies around and catches the eyes of each of, and I'm assuming, are you just sending him in and looking?
I'm
through?
just sending him in. I was asking them to, or specifically you to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
the
so he goes
statues.
in and basically sees all the same stuff. The middle of the floor is pretty much all
But do the eyes
empty,
follow Tony as he
empty
goes
and
around?
open. Yeah, you see the eyes as Tony kind of flies in front of each one. It looks at it briefly until it flies
It
on.
definitely was looking at your bird.
Well, we know a wizard lived here. It was perhaps an incantation.
Do they talk?
I want this to be
Hello?
my bedroom.
I hear nothing.
Shall I go in?
Perhaps in.
Can I at least let me check the floor on the other side of the door before he runs in?
Oh.
Make sure there's no pressure plates again.
Yeah, roll perception
Thanks
or
for
investigation.
stopping me, Morthos. I did not know you cared.
I don't. But 21.
21.
Yeah.
They look pretty clear to you.
I do not see nothing hold. So have at it. Go ahead.
Alright,
I'll
you
be-
got my
I'll
back?
be right behind
I'll
you.
be right behind you.
Alright, I go in.
Hey,
Okay,
behind
you go in, and
I
where
walk-
do you go?
I walk straight to the first one that looks at me.
That would be the one directly across from you.
Yeah, I go right to it, staring at it like this.
You punch it in the nose.
Okay, as
like
you
a kiss.
approach, you hear a voice and you watch the mouth begin to move.
Sweet.
And as you approach, it simply says to you, "Do you wish to hear the riddle?"
Oh no.
Oh, this
Freaking riddle room.
This reminds me of the Blue Alley.
Where are we? Is Kylie here?
right.
here?
Did everyone else hear that? Did everyone else hear it?
I'm
You're
behind
what?
you.
anyone who's in the vicinity, it
I'm
is
in the
spoken
room.
You're
aloud.
right there, right? Yes. Yeah. Do it.
What?
Riddle.
Will you drag me in there?
I love
All
riddles.
right.
Yes.
This you may give 3 answers.
What happens if we give 3 the wrong answers?
Then you don't get the prize.
Okay.
You get death.
Going for the prize.
So who is all here?
I am.
I was behind him as well.
I fly back upstairs.
Hopefully they're all riddles from the Hobbit.
You guys gotta give me hints, okay?
I really get down there.
Can you what?
I need some
Okay.
hints, okay?
Hints.
I fly back upstairs. Y'all can die.
You're
One of us.
you're
I'm
not going
kidding.
in there?
I'll go in.
Or did you try to go back out?
Too
Okay.
late.
Because the door's gonna
I feel
close.
like I'm already stuck.
We'll be
The
fine.
prize is life.
Don't worry, I'll block whatever happens.
Okay, so
Don't shout out any answers.
the
talk-
eyes look
I'll
at you
talk to
kind
it.
of all expectantly waiting for you to be quiet.
Never
1,
gonna
2,
happen.
3, eyes
Just,
on me.
just speak up, speak up. That's fine. They're not gonna stop.
You see you see a boat filled with celebratory people. It has not sunk. But when you look again, you do not see a single person. Why?
Did you say we got 3 chances?
Why? Because the people are in the boat, so they're not on top of it, and I can't see them
Can
on the
you
top. They're
repeat?
inside.
You see a
They're in the
boat
they're
filled
under the
with
deck.
celebratory people.
It's filled with it.
It has not sunk.
It's not mounted by them.
But when you look again, you do not see a single person. Why?
Also, there's a multitude of people, not a single person. We see many single people. There's 2 answers. I think we should give those 2 answers. What's the third?
The party's over.
No Google. I don't see the people. You see?
They're all couples. Get it? You don't
Oh.
see a single.
Oh, that's
They're
a
all
good
married.
one. I like it. I like
They
it.
are all married.
Yeah, they could all be couples. I like those 3 answers.
There's 3 answers. What are the 3?
It's filled
It's
with.
filled with people, but they're not on the boat, so you can't see them.
But it doesn't say on the boat. It says when you look again.
It says when you look again, you do not see a
Yeah.
single person.
But it didn't say I saw them in the boat before. It just said it was filled with
No,
people.
you
How long
see
is it?
a boat filled.
Yeah, I see a boat that's filled with people. Doesn't mean I see the people.
The party's over. You look again. Doesn't say when you looked at it again.
Time has passed.
Yes.
There's 4 answers
The
now.
party has ended. They're gone.
It says
I
they
think it's
both-
because there's no singles in the boat.
I liked my Lando's response. I think it's because they are all married. So they are literally no one single.
They're all couples.
That are all
Is
couples.
that what we're going with?
Well, we get 3 chances, right?
I'll pass on that one.
Let's go with yours first.
Which one?
You choose.
Oh crap! This is on you, Rhaegar. You make the final decision.
I think the key is look
Pick number
again.
1.
I'm not
And
the
the
best
single,
with
too.
riddles.
I think it's they are married.
Okay.
Play on the word single.
Right,
yeah.
I think single
Hands
and
on.
people.
Go with it.
Hold it. You started this. You can.
Okay. Are you ready for my answer?
Ready and waiting.
Wait, I think we should ask what happens if we don't get them right.
We don't get the prize.
We don't
I've
get
already
the
said
prize.
that.
I already asked.
So, it turns out all of the people on the boat are not there individually. They are each part of couples, so they're not single people.
That is correct.
You are the champion.
They are all married. And with marriage come rings.
Marriage.
And there's a flash of light, and in front of you, a ring emerges floating.
Before
in the air.
Morthos grabs it, I grab it.
All
I think
right.
I own
Does
that
it
one.
have like
Fast
death
enough?
speak
Good
coming
job,
from it when you look at it?
I'm in the front.
Bilbo Baggins.
We'll look at this later. I put it in my rock pocket.
I think I earned
Great.
that. Don't you think, Holt?
I didn't
Great
bring that.
job. Thanks for the
Okay.
ring.
I'll bring it next time.
Somebody will probably get this ring. It doesn't fit me very well.
After you take the ring, a second flash of light appears,
Ooh.
and a scroll is floating in the air.
A scroll is floating in the air.
Milkman, you want to grab that?
Vinny, there is a
Grab it.
scroll. You like
Okay.
scrolls?
You look and you see, as you look at it and read it, it's a scroll of magic circle, also associated with marriage.
Oh.
And then there's a final flash of light,
You two are getting married.
and there is a pouch
I grab it.
with 50 gold in it.
Yes.
Okay. Melandra, you also get 15 extra experience for solving the riddle.
Yay.
Awesome.
Actually,
Great
you're a
job.
lower level, so that'll be even more for you. But
16.
all right.
Okay.
So as you answer the riddle, the face smiles,
16?
Oh,
and
that's
then
correct.
the
joking.
eyes, which were slightly aglow, go dim, and the face stills.
I go to the north face. What's your riddle?
Ah,
Stop
you wish to
looking
hear
at me.
it. Are you ready?
Oh, another one.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
There's 3, right?
I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but not stone. I have forests, but not trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?
Wait, where the
Please
last
say it
two?
again. I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no stones.
I have forests, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?
Is it a map?
Yes. I
We
think
get
that makes sense.
3 chances again?
I have cities,
Map.
but no
A map.
house.
A map would make sense, right?
Wow.
I have mountains, but no
That's
stone.
deep.
I have forests, but no trees.
I like that one.
That's deep.
I have water,
Submit.
but no fish.
A map.
A map.
Map.
That is correct.
Dude,
Oh,
we're too
wow.
good. We're too good. Good job.
Great.
So,
Gloat,
Vincent
because here
and
comes the hard
Morthos, you
one.
each get 15 experience.
I actually said it first, but
Mhm.
Oh, did you?
I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Rygar, we'll give it to all 3 of you guys.
Thank you.
I said it too.
And
I said the
Rygar,
first
guess
one
what?
too.
You are in the front of battle now, and the bugbears attack.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Okay?
Something I'm used to.
So there's a flash of light, and the first thing that you see is a piece of cloth paper,
Ooh.
I'm gonna
much
take that one.
much like what you saw.
I want to.
You see a map
The 9 hells.
I'm gonna grab that.
of the 9 hells.
Should give that to Tyr, but you can look at it.
I
for
don't
now.
think this is going to work.
Crumple it up, throw it. I was joking.
Wow.
It's more authentic.
It's
that
old,
way.
yeah. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's
There you
true.
go.
I gotta straighten this map out, guys.
Holy moly.
All right.
Unholy moly. actually.
On the back of the map is a note that reads, "Where to find Monrodon?"
The first one.
Spell that.
Capital MONGRODON.
Magic circle.
Colon. Avernus dash Bronze Citadel question mark. Comma Dis DIS. And as you're doing this, you look at the front of the map and you notice that these are all the names of the layers of the 9 hells.
Oh.
And each of these cities or locations are in each of those layers. So Dis dash Iron City? Question mark.
Do you mean Iron Tower?
Iron City.
Okay.
Comma. Minaris. Dash. Jangling hitter? Question mark.
What kind of gibberish is on this thing?
Comma. Phlegethos.
Yeah, it's just gibberish. You know this language?
Yes.
It's written in common again. Dash. Abrimok. Comma. Stygia. Dash. Tanslin. Question mark. Maladomini. Dash Malagard. And instead of this, this is the only one there that's actually crossed through.
The Malagard one?
Maladomini dash Malagard, the entire thing is just crossed through. And then finally, Cania dash Methistar, question mark. As the map is taken, there's another flash, and there is a spinning arrow that points to Morthos when it stops.
Ooh,
You guys have to kiss.
I grab it.
Okay. And that is a +1 arrow.
Ooh.
Only usable by a bow, not a...
That I got.
As you
Do
throw
we
it,
have a bow?
remains pointing at you.
Okay. And then another flash of light, and there's a pouch.
I'll take it.
Hold grabs it, and there's 50 gold inside.
You guys really aren't into
We'll split
sharing,
this. We're
are you?
gonna split this up. Don't worry. Don't you worry. It's just loot.
There is a third face in the room. correct?
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
Let's go to that.
Go to
We
that
have two for
church.
two.
I stare at it very aggressively. So we walk up.
Ah, for the final riddle then.
It's the hard one.
Huh.
What is a
Your
name?
favorite color?
Green.
Blue!
No, green.
Yellow!
What is your question? What word in common does the following? The first 2 letters signify a male. The first 3 letters signify a female. The first 4 letters signify someone great, while the entire word signifies a great woman.
What?
The first 4, it's hero, and then we have to figure out what the last letter is, or last bit of it.
Heroine.
Oh, heroine. Probably. Heroine.
Because he,
He, her,
her,
hero.
hero, and then
Great
heroine.
woman, heroine.
Yeah.
With an E at the end.
Heroine. Heroine.
No, heroine's a word. It's a female hero.
Heroine.
Heroine.
That is correct. Eli, you get 15 experience.
Boom.
And there's a flash of light, and there's a floating vial with a little bit of bubbly potion on the inside.
Ooh,
I want that.
lovely.
Do you want it?
We're gonna have to look at all this.
I'll grab it just to see what it is.
Okay?
What is it?
It's a potion of heroism.
Oh.
I want that one.
One of
Heroine.
you might
Heroine.
probably be more useful for.
Eli, as you're the one who gave the answer,
Oh.
there is another flash of light, and your entire body begins to glow, and you are blessed for the next hour.
Blessed.
So it's as if you have
Doubt that's
received
possible.
the blessing spell. So
plus
you
4.
added a d4 to any attack rolls or saving throws.
And Morthos immediately boxes everyone out, seeing the first two faces. He knows what's
And
coming.
final flash with the pouch.
I fly to get the pouch.
You wasted your
Are
fly
you using
spell?
your flying? Your one.
No.
Okay.
You can get the pouch.
This
Okay.
one's full of maggots.
Probably.
There is 50 gold in that.
Hey, Rygar, you want this?
I want that one.
What's that?
'cause I'm
Yeah.
a hero.
Was that all?
The heroism?
Potion of heroism.
Those were the only
I'll take
riddles?
it, yes.
What does it do?
He gives
What
you the
does it?
best.
No, the
The
heroin.
heroin.
The heroin does.
Do you,
No.
these are some
Potion
What do
pretty,
you know of it?
Potion of heroism.
these are some
You get
pretty
so many
fancy
temporary
faces.
hit points, and it's also
It's
like you get
basically
the
it acts as a heroism spell
Yeah.
when you drink it.
Does that answer your question?
No, not really.
I tried talking to one. I said, when can we come back for more riddles?
All three of the heads are now silent. And
Maybe
still.
if we just leave the room and come back.
Re-enter.
Let's just keep doing this.
Spam it. All right. Well, let's get out of this room. Good work, gang.
All right.
We really showed them.
Nice.
I am still curious of the room that is non-existent, the void room.
Yeah, I think we should go.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
we go back to the room or do we
Let's
go north
do
through
it.
the door?
Mm.
The one
We're-
in the other
Chances
room.
we got to clear the whole thing out. So, I mean, we can't leave a room unopened
Let's
in
go
our
back
house.
to the other room.
Carpet time.
No, I think we should save that for last.
Oh, that's the other room I thought you were talking
We have to go
There's-
north.
yeah,
The
one north.
room on the
Let's go to
west.
that one because it doesn't look magically enchanted.
Yes, that's correct.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Morthos, check.
We're going to go
I'm
north.
going to check
So you
the-
go out here and go up
Yep.
to this one here.
I'll
Yeah.
check it obviously for the floor and the door itself.
Okay, roll investigation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why did an 11.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're rolling really poor.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Doesn't seem to be. Well, I'm still going to take a step back and use Mage Hand and attempt to open the door.
There is no handle on this
No
door,
handle on the door.
just like the one on the opposite of the
Right.
rug room. The only thing you see 3 rows of symbols, and as you use your mage hand, you push on the door, nothing happens. But you see 3 rows of symbols.
The dragon claw slot.
It would be much like the Dragon Claw slot from Skyrim.
Guys, the door will not open, but there are 3 symbols here.
What are the symbols?
What are these symbols?
As you look, the symbols, roll an investigation, specifically on the symbols.
Thank goodness. 25.
Okay, you look and you kind of use Mage Hand to poke and prod and manipulate, and you see that the symbols actually do move from left to right.
It's like a puzzle.
And as you go through, the symbols are all the same in each of the 3 rows, and in varying orders, the following symbols all are present. A winged sword, which Morthos you immediately recognize as the Minar family
Minar,
crest, Deminar family crest. A crown, a diamond ring, a winged helm atop a breastplate that is shaped for a female, a globe, a Pegasus, an archway that looks to be like a gate, and a spell scroll.
Oh, it's the ring, the globe, and the scroll. Those were all 3 of the prizes we just got at the riddle room. I think.
Whoa, what's the globe?
Well, you got a map. It was all
We did.
about, it was all about mapping maps.
Yeah. Worth a shot.
All right.
I'll actually put those 3 so that they're showing.
Okay? As you order it with the
Mage Hand.
the ring,
Yeah.
the globe,
Globe
and then the
and
scroll.
the scroll.
Wait. Perhaps you should try globe. What did we get? Globe, ring, scroll.
We got the.
But we just went to the random. I know what you were thinking, but we went to a random face.
We went
We also got
straight
the
in,
ring
then
first.
left, then right. So north.
You
Top.
went. You went here.
We went east,
Here,
north,
here.
south.
We
So
also
the
got
top
this-
one was the map, the middle one was the ring, and the bottom one was the
So
scroll.
then I
The
say
ring
we
and scroll were
do
from the
map,
same one. I
the
think.
ring,
No.
and
No?
scroll.
This one was the ring.
Yep.
This one was the map.
Map.
This one was the scroll.
So I say we do map, ring, and scroll,
Yep.
top down.
Yep. That's right.
Let's try it.
As you click the scroll into place on the bottom, which is the last one that you do, click, 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 you hear a rumbling sound, and there is a flash as the magical seal on this door is dispelled,
Oh boy,
and it begins to rise up.
that's good.
Oh,
Good catch, Wolf.
that's an extra 15 experience
being so
you, my
young.
friend.
That is pretty impressive.
That yeah, I was lost on that one. That one got me. So Jake
No, that
was.
was actually right.
Eli.
Eli was taking too many swigs.
No, he hasn't drank in 2 days.
I don't even know my XP.
And as the door rises,
We are immediately bum rushed by.
you notice that it's not all of the door. It's slotted, and it seems that about half of the door rises, and the other half is still in place.
It's like you mean from the middle it went.
No, it's
Or-
more like almost like bars.
Bars. Okay.
So it
gotcha.
kind of went up,
Oh.
and half of it is still remaining.
So we
in place.
can't get through yet, is what
You
you're saying.
cannot get through.
Well,
As you look through on the other side, you do see a clouded void, which Rygar, that immediately becomes familiar to you, because this is the same kind of silvery, purplish mist that you found yourself in after you cut your hand.
So
Are there any more slots on the door?
There are not.
what's this door made of?
It appears to be wood, but I highly doubt you're gonna intend to be able
No,
to
it doesn't
break
appear to be
Or it's
wood.
not wood, but
It
is
appears to be a stone.
or stone.
From what I can tell in the room, there appears to be only what I can describe as the void. The same essence that I was in when I was whisked away before through the portal.
Didn't you say
When
something
we
about
fought the
that?
Minotaur, you mean when you disappeared?
Yes.
Did
yes.
you say something about the void in the other door? I bet that one's halfway open
Well,
too.
that one I can't seem to sense on this plane. I don't know if it's the same, but
So are you saying this is a portal to wherever you were before?
I can't say for certain. It definitely has the same material as before.
Excellent. Let's do
The
this.
same one that
Perhaps-
seemed to have given me these powers.
The other door might have 3 more slots for the winged.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay,
How-
so you guys move from here to here,
Yep.
and you do immediately notice that this door is halfway removed as well.
Are there any empty slots?
Called it.
There is, as you look, you see that there is a bit of a magical shimmer on place on this door still. And as this is the first time that you've really approached and investigated this door that closely, and there seem to be, Sola, as you look, roll an investigation check.
16.
You see kind of a circle that is framed in a square, and the circle seems to be split up into 4 different quadrants.
Like the
Meridian.
carpet.
Oh.
The carpet, though, didn't we? You said when we looked at the carpet, it looked like there was 4 distinct quadrants as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say that is the key of.
Are you volunteering then?
Me? No. Do you think I'm an idiot? I'm
What
not
do you mean?
stepping on that carpet.
The puzzles were harmless.
Well, that's because we passed.
I mean, I could fly and step on it. Why
I
not?
don't think you need to.
Well,
You can just walk on the carpet too.
What are we walking
You
on?
really
Shall
are
we-
using your flying thing.
Play a
Look at
game
me, I
of
can
full
fly.
square?
What's that? Is that an elf game?
Yes, with the ball,
Wait,
the square.
wait.
I
Jack-
made it on
Can
my
you,
end
ins-
as well.
can you just inspect this carpet real quick with your knowledge of magic?
Sure.
And your
But I
knowledge
know
of
nothing
carpets.
of carpet.
It's Persian with a high grade.
Yeah.
Seems
It's
Really
shag.
high
It's definitely
check
shag.
seems a little bit tricky here.
You're gonna push me on the carpet? Is that what's gonna happen?
No,
He could pick you up and
You're
throw
fighting a smirk.
no.
No.
As you're looking, I grab Morthos by the arm and throw him onto it.
Okay. Why not?
We
What
have to go on
happens?
eventually.
You
One of
step
those
on?
you step on.
I step
He
on.
gets
I
thrown
don't.
on.
I get thrown on, but I don't really fight it.
And it's a
Okay, hold. You
trampoline.
kind of push him on, and you
Nothing happened.
half-heartedly resist, but
Oh,
your
no, no.
curiosity gets the best of you, and you
Yeah.
step on.
We'll say that
And
happens.
it's a trampoline.
So
And
we're
I just, oh, that would be cool.
Indoor trampoline.
Indoor trampoline.
Dude, if you start
This is
bouncing,
the best house ever.
I'm coming.
Except it's got a 20-foot jump and a 10-foot
Yeah.
ceiling. It's called the neck breaker.
Neck breaker.
Uh-oh, we're being moved.
Oh.
okay.
Bad.
So Morthos, as you step on, you see the door that is there,
Yep.
and as soon as your feet touch the carpet, there's a shimmer,
Oh.
and there is a yellowish field of energy that surrounds the carpet,
The carpet that where all of it, or just where I'm standing?
all four sides.
Oh.
You're in a
Goodbye,
box.
Morthos.
Yeah.
Actually,
Knowing you.
as you say that, and all of you guys hear that, Morthos, you hear nothing. You see their mouths moving, but you hear absolutely nothing.
I'm gonna try to go
Guys,
up to
what are you
the carpet
saying?
and like touch the field.
Guys,
Okay? As you touch the field,
47 damage.
I know, right?
you take 6 force damage, as your hand is immediately shot back.
Ooh.
guys, can you not hear me?
You
I
see his mouth
lips
moving, but none of you can hear anything.
I can't hear you.
Can I signal to him? Like, he seems to be okay.
I know, we all saw that.
I didn't know if he read sign language.
Can I? I'm gonna try to. I'm
I
gonna
only
try to
speak
mind
Navy
link him.
SEAL.
I could hold
Yep.
this note all day.
Morthos, I'm mind linking you. Can you hear me now?
Can I
You
hear?
nothing.
Okay.
This isn't good.
So I don't even know what you.
Morthos.
I'm glad you went on and not
It's
me.
your
I'm just
fault.
staring at him like this.
You pushed him in there.
And
I
so,
know.
as
He
you
is
get
not dead.
inside, there is a.
It's up to him now.
You roll perception.
Oh, that's good. 23.
Okay.
You notice
Guys, how about we
that
just go eat dinner?
your feet, at your feet, you see for the first time, the blackness is beginning to actually gain color. And
The blackness is
as you
gaining
look
color.
down, the quadrants are no longer turning obsidian. There is a circular form that is appearing on the floor. And as you kind of step to the center and watch the circular form appear, in the top left quadrant here, you see that it begins to form kind of a yellow quartile.
So this
And
wears the red
in
circles
the-
this.
On the northeast, you see a green quartile. In the southeast, you see a red quartile. And in the southwest, you see a blue quartile.
From the 80s.
Good thing we grew up in the 90s.
Pick
Yeah.
up the
These-
door, Morthos.
Pick up the door.
Pick up the door.
That's all the early ones.
Is that still there?
I want the door.
And
He's gonna
it
press the
kind of
wrong
looks
color.
like this.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
All
I
right.
didn't know my memory is awful.
Oh, you have to
Right.
play the game.
And as
Oh my
you
gosh.
as you approach to the center, there is a blue pulsing center that is essentially waiting for you to
Trivia.
step
Game to get out.
and begin.
Sweet.
Oh.
Well, you can't get out.
Where's the exit button?
There is no exit button. You can't hear from anyone else. nor do you have any ability to write down.
Can we see it shine?
You guys see
Outside.
nothing. You see him, but you see nothing else.
Dude,
The
just so we
record-
know, we failed.
The record
Nah,
is
you're
one.
good.
The record
Alright,
is 100.
I just jumped on the blue.
I stopped at 100. I thought that was easy, just a flat number. So
You must beat him.
you don't
Yeah,
have to beat
That's
me.
not happening.
You don't have to beat me.
Matt
There are
paid
going
for-
to
he
be
paid for
there are going
weeks
to be
trying
2
to
of
get
them
that
right
score.
away.
Wait, you got 100?
Is it a memorizing thing?
It's
or
science.
Is it trivia?
I can't
No,
memorize
you-
nothing.
Okay.
in my life,
Are
so-
you
I don't know
are
what it
you
says.
ready?
Write
Sure.
it down, dude.
You
This
guys-
is the way I
Okay.
can't write it down.
This is D&D.
No, you gotta pay attention.
Type it down.
It's like a pattern.
No.
It's
You ready?
really hard to
Sure.
see.
Here we go.
And it has links.
Everyone quiet, please.
Hold on. Oh, that's really hard to
Red,
see.
yellow,
You can't
Dude,
talk.
I didn't
and
see
then
anything.
orange.
Yeah, it's really hard to see.
It was red, yellow.
That's orange.
Red, yellow, sure. I'll believe you.
Don't tell him.
That's hard, Matthew.
I'll say I saw yellow, blue, but I didn't see anything else. Oh, if that red was flashing, I can't see it.
Oh, I barely
Like I
saw
said,
it.
all I saw was
I
blue,
think it
yellow.
was yellow,
What?
blue, yellow.
Is that closer? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
red,
mean,
yellow,
I don't
blue.
know. It's the light that's.
That's better.
That,
Okay.
Red, yellow, blue, right?
Yep, there we go. Keep it there. This is sick.
It was
Red,
You
yellow,
can't talk.
blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue.
This thing's taking it easy on you.
Sick.
Red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ended on-
Red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Wait. Red, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, red. Red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, red, blue,
Another one.
red. Well, there's three. It's three yellow, blue, and then red, blue. So red, blue.
That was on that.
That was your fault.
That was your fault.
So as you step on, thank you, Dakota. As you step on the red,
I'm gonna keep
the
going.
final red pad, you see a shimmer again as the field breaks, and you had to get to 50
Oh, you did it!
52!
because the stupid game gave you the easiest.
Yeah, that was
one.
awesome!
it really was.
Red, 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 red.
What happened in there? We couldn't hear you.
Jumping around like
We're
a
dancing
kid.
around.
As,
Like, no,
as
do
you
not
all
ask
see
me
the
to think.
shimmer, you also at the same time hear behind you the door beginning to rise.
I knew that would happen.
Hmm.
So I threw
Did you
it
just
out
open the door?
Morthos, that's 15 extra experience.
You're playing some DDR in there.
DDR.
Dance Dance
Dance
Revolution.
Dance Revolution.
But really awkwardly.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, I'm awesome. Dude. I
You
got a
did all
tail,
see
man.
him kind of
Kick
hopping
your butt in that
around,
game.
like back and forth,
Challenge accepted.
oddly.
What were you doing in there?
Didn't you see me? I was lighting it up.
You looked like a whirling
You looked like
dervish.
you were
You
just
just kinda
popping
I
back
opened the
and
Like
damn
forth.
door, didn't I?
I guess you did a great
And
job.
as you're having this conversation, all of the statues around you,
Oh yes.
they all begin to move,
Oh, yeah.
we're
Let's go.
screwed.
and they
Just
all
Run.
raise up their hands,
Shoot.
and there's a flash of energy, and you're all healed 10 points.
Awesome.
Ooh.
That's
I can't
clutch.
get 10 though. Oh, I can get 10.
I can't get 10 now,
Oh,
but I'll take what I can get.
33 healed.
Awesome.
You know what this means, guys.
We're gonna die.
We are going to go find some incredible crap up in this room.
I agree.
That's one way to look at it.
Time.
So what do we see when we peer through that door now?
Do we see the same
You
voidish?
see very clearly this silvery, purplish mist,
Oh no.
similar to the other side.
Well,
Guys,
beyond the threshold.
Let's
It
go
looks
in.
like the same on the other door.
So it looks like we have to go in. Have any of us been, other than you, been in a portal yet?
We've all been in
Other
the
than the
portal.
hopper,
No, like
but
that
not
type.
like this.
Didn't you say there was
No.
a portal in that picture where there was a Warforged
Mhm.
portal?
In the blue alley, you mean?
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you said something.
said
about
it.
You
I did not.
recall the
Finally,
pictures.
after weeks of mystery.
So what are we to expect if we go into this thing, Rygar?
Well, the last time I was in it, I was teleported away to what I believe to be another plane.
Did you feel normal though? I mean, nothing. You didn't experience anything.
Well, as I said before, it was a familiar appeared in front of me and pretty much enveloped my entire being. And again, I came out with these powers.
Ooh,
Maybe we'll get powers.
I want powers. Let's do this.
Screw it. I just walked right through the door.
My goodness.
So
Let's go, bud.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
I'll
have
go.
to throw him that
No.
time.
Just
I'll go
going.
last.
All right.
Following right behind my buddy.
Run behind.
I
me.
want
I
to
hear any
vomit the minute I
screams.
get in there.
Oh yeah, wizard boss battle. I'm
Not
hoping.
coming.
Let's go!
Wow, this has been under our basement the entire
But is it?
No, yeah, good point. Well, these freaking
Ooh.
portals are. Kyle or Candy could have walked into this. Actually, no, they couldn't.
I think the
Well, Freddy
sentinels
was-
would have killed them.
Freddy was protecting them too.
Well, they can now.
So Morthos, you enter in. What's the order that you guys are going in?
I went right after him,
And I'll be
I'll go
behind Eli.
And
I'll go
I'll be
after him.
last.
Rygar.
as
Fine.
always.
Let the tank
Stay
stay
in
in
the
the
tank,
back.
stay in the back.
Heck yeah.
Good
No,
luck
I
to the
wanna
rest
stay
of
in
you.
the back.
As I step through the portal, I call dibs on this room. My room.
Oh yeah, that'll be dibs.
I start jumping on the Simon carpet, hoping that it starts lighting up.
You
for me.
break it.
Oh man.
Is it a soft carpet?
Might
It
go
is-
put in our water.
It is obsidion.
This is
Yeah.
Obsidian. I guess that means it's not moving.
If you beat the game, you get a free drink.
Or you die.
So as you
Or you
move
die.
into, let me. I had to turn that on for Simon. So,
Fair trade.
as you move to the north,
Galaxy
there are
users, am I right?
several things that catch your eye. Morthos, because you went in first, please roll perception.
Ooh, I rolled a 2.
100.
So that means I have a 7.
Okay, that changes
Didn't
some
notice
things.
Yeah, of course it does.
You don't see the wizard
This dice
aiming
is
at your
just
face.
not going
Okay.
to get rolled in.
Friend.
So the first thing you notice is that as you step through the threshold of this glowing light, that you immediately, the glowing silvery purplish mist, you immediately find footing beyond. And as you look back, you see mist again clouded behind you.
But we are not in mist now.
You are not. The door opens and you find yourself in a room that is about 30 feet high and kind of ovular. It gets down to about 5 feet on the very edges, and it's kind of a dome
Okay.
shape.
Dome, yep.
And as you look up, the entire ceiling is the silvery purpley mist.
Cool.
This seems to be a sort of a pocket dimension type of room, which is why you really couldn't sense. You knew there was something there, but you couldn't sense exactly what it was. The second thing you notice is a platform that rises up 5 feet, and then rises up 5 more feet, and then rises up 5 more feet at the center. And you can kind of make out some sort of circular ring there, but you can't quite tell. There are other rings that are on the floor that seem to be golden, but dim. And pulsating with energy on either side of the rings are 2 spheres of what can only be described as essentially Tesla type spheres, right? And they're just constantly flickering and energy is shooting off of them. And as you get close to the one on the right, one of the bolts actually arcs out and meets you and then it doesn't affect you at all, but there's this flickering electrical lightning energy in this room. Beyond that, you don't see anything else.
Because of a whopping 7.
But as you all enter, where do you go?
Well,
Keep going.
is it really gold on the floor?
It's inlaid into the floor, and you can go and investigate it if you wish.
Sure, I want to see if I can chip it out.
Okay, you go and investigate it, and
Why
it
not?
seems to be gold.
Guys, there's gold in it.
But it roll investigation, please.
We're rich.
Yeah,
Gold.
it's a good
Can you
conductor.
not see this crazy
Wow,
We're
13.
thing?
And so it actually seems to almost have the same sort of mechanism as the symbols that could move.
Oh.
But you can't really move it. As you look around, you do see, as you move closer, kind of near the center, almost a sort of console, pedestal type of thing that is the golden lines kind of go right up into.
I will not attempt to chip the floor now.
The door
Guys,
closes.
it almost looks like, I cannot move it, but it almost looks like these rings are maybe able to move.
I guess this
Vinny,
is the
what's your
wizard
passive
lab?
perception as you're in the back?
16.
Mine's 19.
Okay, you're both there.
Dun, dun, dun. You see it. You see 5 giant apes jumping down from the ceiling.
As you guys are in here
There's a
looking
lot of
around,
rolls. How many times we got?
watching Rygar, you swear you feel something move past you,
We're dead.
but you don't see anything.
Did you feel that? No. I swear something is here with us. Just went by me.
Cast detect magic.
Probably Freddy.
You cast detect magic, and the
whole room
the
lights
entire
up.
room lights up.
Nothing.
Everything,
Solid glow.
everything about this is magical.
Time out. Didn't we get something that would help us see invisible things?
If we did that.
And as you
Lantern.
say that,
But we don't have oil.
you all hear a voice ring out.
Please tell me it's the same one from the blue house.
We don't have the lantern.
Ah, visitors. Welcome to my humble prison. Or should I say, welcome to my liberation. Who do I have the pleasure of making the acquaintance with?
Who are you?
Dear. I asked the first question.
Pleasure of being hold.
We are called Monica.
Monica. Excellent. I am Brother Bane. Because it's pretty obvious where I got this voice inspiration from. I am the leader of the Brothers of Shadow.
There's more of you?
Well, yes, of course. The ones you all just let out. You also notice that there is a similar door on the other side, which none of you are standing by or
They both
near.
open. Yeah.
Now, before you die, what would you like to know?
Why would you
Because
try
I
to
love to monologue.
Everything.
We just saved your
Start from
brothers.
the beginning.
Why are we gonna die?
Why were your brothers chained up? If
That's
you
a
were
lot
in
of
here.
questions at once.
One of you at a time, please.
What brothers?
He said the brothers were the ones chained up that we just let go.
No, he said we
No.
just let
No,
them go. They were all trapped in the
shadows.
room. All the
Oh,
shadows. We opened the doors, we just let them all out.
Got it.
We were summoned here by a wizard,
What was it?
imprisoned. I know not his name.
And we set you free. Shouldn't you be
Yes,
Great.
thankful?
we are
grateful?
grateful that we can now
You don't kill us?
unleash a reign of shadow on this world.
Where were you summoned from?
from the abyss, from our home.
I don't mind shadows.
Who do you work for?
Well, you work for me, of course.
So we don't see
What
this
for?
thing, right?
This is
I'm
invisible.
I'm gonna start walking around.
Okay.
To see if I can see him on the other side of this platform.
Okay.
His face.
Check behind the curtain.
Do not check behind the
Do
curtain.
not pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. So you're going
like counter. Yeah, well, not
over
yeah.
here? Okay.
Counterclockwise.
What are the rest of you doing? throughout
I want
this?
to say to him,
Fan out.
Brother
yeah.
Bane, if we're to die anyway, what's the harm in showing yourself to us?
Oh, you don't need to see me, Sonny.
So he's in darkness. Was he born in darkness?
Are you asking me that question or are you stating that?
Or did he merely adopt it?
How long have you been trapped in here
Are you
for?
asking him that?
No.
Time
Bane reference.
matters not here. I
Just leave it. Just leave
and my brothers have been trapped
the wind.
for far too long. That's all that matters.
Are there more of you in this world?
My entire brotherhood, of course.
I want to fan left and follow hold.
How do we not die?
How do we defeat you?
You hear the voice kind of trailing as you're having this conversation.
I guess we
It
run
seems
out
to be
of the room.
trailing over this way.
Perhaps we can run out of the room and pull the scroll and the ring out of the doors?
As this happens, several blots of magical darkness begin to appear around the room.
So he was born in darkness.
Darkness is money.
And you kind of
Why are we staying in here?
Is there a
Where do
path
we
that
go?
does not lead to us dying?
We can't sleep in this house if we know this thing's down here.
Yeah, I was gonna turn around and walk back out.
Goodbye.
Good luck with that. It's usually not
Can
the
I
answer.
leave?
See you later.
you try to go out,
Yeah.
and there's a seal.
Oh boy. We're trapped,
That's what I
guys.
say.
Sweet.
Almost like it was planned this way.
Did I notice it go by me with a voice?
The voice seems to was kind of central and seems to be making its way towards the southwest over here. But it's difficult to place.
So, again, don't we have a lantern that shows us invisible stuff?
Yes, but we don't have any.
You never bought oil for it.
Yeah, we never bought
Well,
oil.
There's
Kinda
oil in
couldn't.
it.
We
Was
spent
there?
money on bringing me back to life.
Yeah.
There was
I
that.
want Oil.
Yeah.
Needs one
And?
pint of oil.
That was kind of that.
I
And-
don't
and the
understand
house.
you. Right. So
think
you
we're
never
all
bought
in
any
with-
oil.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Saying the opportunity didn't present itself due to unfortunate circumstances of house buying and people dying.
Right. And you had an entire day before this to do whatever you wanted to do in the city.
With what money?
Yeah, we didn't have any money.
Yeah,
How
not at
much
all.
do you think oil costs?
Isn't it magical oil?
No.
Just oil.
No one has
Yeah,
any
I
oil on
I
them?
still didn't have any
I
money.
had those lanterns I handed out to you guys, or the torches.
Anywho,
I would like to instruct Tony to see if he could find the voice, to locate it.
roll perception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? How come?
Does
He's
he
got-
have?
He's got advantage on hearing and seeing.
Okay.
So normal or?
Well, seeing is with disadvantage because there's nothing to see. But if it's just hearing,
Uh-huh.
then you can roll with advantage.
Fantastic. That's not great. 11.
11. As I said, you get the sense that it's coming from over here in some area.
Okay.
As he does fly around, though, you do see in the corner here something that you didn't see before.
Mhm.
You see a skeleton with a large glaive through its chest. And next to it, you see two what look like burn marks and scraps of automatons that were here.
I'm gonna go over, grab the glaive, and then stand in front of the opposite door, like blocking it.
As soon as you get near the glaive, it disappears.
Okay.
Is the skeleton still there?
Skeleton's still there.
You're all the way in the top corner now?
But no.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, I thought it was on the top one.
Can I make out whether the automatons killed this? Assuming humanoid?
Roll a medicine check.
5.
It appears that the automatons, where they're placed, are not in immediate proximity to the skeleton, and it's clear from the glaive that was embedded in its chest, even with a 5, that this humanoid, was pierced and left to die. You can't quite tell how the automatons were destroyed because they had blown up and there's scrap. That's why it's just kind of the burn marks, but there is scrap that remains.
So he's not talking anymore?
Well, I'm letting you guys kind of do your thing right now.
Tell me, Shadow, are you able to interact with buttons in this world? Are you able to interact with material things in this world?
20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You feel a very swift pain in your back as you take
Causing the council.
7 piercing damage. Does that tell you what you want to know?
Do I see this happen?
You see her. Where are you? You're over here.
Didn't you want to touch the doorway too?
You watch her kind of get pierced from behind. Yeah.
I was thinking the control panel.
And you hear the voice again. Investigating our would-be savior.
Is he a fiend if he's from the Abyss? Is he a fiend if he's from the Abyss?
Yeah.
Can I track him?
Sure. Try to track him.
Okay.
Roll a. You're trying to track the voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to locate.
Roll a
this
survival check with advantage.
$11.
Kind of get the sense that he's over here somewhere.
Still. Okay.
Yep. That traitorous barkeep burned the wizard's notes and sealed us in here.
Durnan?
But not before we were able to send one of our sentinels to dispatch him.
Oh.
The one you killed.
Not Durnan.
Freddy.
What were they doing to you guys here?
Matters not. Suffice to say, they were trying to channel our power into their infernal machines.
I'd like to take out the blink scroll and use it.
Okay. So you take out the scroll and you begin to cast the incantation, and you blink. That lasts for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, seems that you have some power, some know-how.
So you're just blinking?
Do I see him? Because I went to another plane.
Right. You went. The blink spell puts you in the
Ethereal
ethereal plane.
Mhm.
You see nothing.
I'll still walk towards where
Okay.
I think the sound is coming from.
Okay. So you are blinked, and you're kind of standing near it.
I start walking up to the pedestal and climbing up.
Okay. Getting
Check
towards the
this
center.
out, guys.
I grow tired of this. My brother, Curse, shall deal with your pitiful band. He will break you.
Doubted.
You shall be the first victims of the darkness wrought by my league. I take my leave of you now.
Wait.
Perhaps we will meet again in the afterlife,
Wait.
young Celestial. For now, know that you have caused this world to fall into shadow. Farewell.
Well, I guess we're not getting in the gray hands.
We don't have to tell anyone.
I need you all to roll initiative.
I'm okay with it.
It was inevitable.
Is Zeus in there with us?
Yep. He's right next to you.
Plus 2.
If you can try to shift the map. Yep.
Got 16 if he asks.
Ooh, we should try to control the panel to set off the little lightning rods to kill the shadow.
I don't even know where we're facing yet.
Well, I have a feeling we're not going to be able to hit it.
Can I ask a technical question?
Yep.
If you catch darkness, can you, the person who casts it, can they see in the darkness?
Only if they have an ability that lets them do so.
So even though I can cast darkness as my tiefling trait, I wouldn't be able to see in it.
You would. So, for example, warlocks have a I forget what they're called, a boon or something like that.
Invocation.
Invocation, thank you. That is called Devil's Sight. That gives them the ability to do that. And so that's one of the few ways that you can actually see in magical darkness. All right, so 21 to 25.
21.
22.
Rygar at 22. Sola at
21.
21 as well.
Jeez.
Morthos at 21.
I had 20.
20. Eli, you're at 21.
Yep.
Okay. 16 to 20.
Andrew got 16.
Okay,
19.
16. Vincent, 19.
Mhm.
Okay. 11 to 15.
Tony has 11.
Okay. Melsine, what were you?
Since I'm here.
Oh, sorry.
So a different
Hold.
world. 10.
10. And Zeus?
9.
9. Okay.
Snacks are on top of the computer desk.
Vincent, you were 19.
I think that's a yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's-
And Morthos, you were 20. 20 as well. Okay. But you have a +5, so you're higher. Okay. As the voice says farewell, Brother Bane disappears through the open gateway. There comes a laugh above you,
Oh boy.
and another voice rings out. So you want to play?
No,
I shall allow you
actually.
to view your demise before I rain death upon you. Ha!
Yes, let us come to
Alright,
stare
let's
at the
rain
beast.
some death upon this beast.
And you see in a flash the same glaive materialize that was in the chest of the skeleton over here. And you see a creature with blue skin. It has a dark black ponytail that kind of comes out the top of its head, and two horns that kind of pierce through the top of its skull. Its eyes are stark white, and it wears a almost purplish lilac color pants, baggy pants, kind of like MC Hammer pants, with yeah, and you can't touch this, and there are what looks to be almost white polka dots or stars or something, kind of a design on his pants. He's got a golden belt.
Zubas.
And his hands and feet are barefoot. Very muscular arms. He has kind of an arm guard on one hand and shin guards on the other, metallic. So he's seemingly lightly armored, but there is some, primarily to, it seems, guard attacks from the distance as it maneuvers. And he is hovering in the air, flying.
Come down to our level, beast.
Let's have a flying.
I will. And as he does, he goes invisible.
Okay.
And
Don't do that.
you may
Let us see you,
Kiss
man.
the bride.
you may take your attacks, Rygar. Or do whatever you're gonna do.
So I obviously can't see them. No. So, shit.
Nobody has Camille. No
It's just
portal,
tip attack
no-
over cards.
We had torches
So
from
this
like
is
a
right
month
now?
ago.
Yeah.
5 foot radius.
You'd think we would.
That magical box that.
So I don't have any oil in my alchemy supplies
Yeah, I think you do.
or my herbalism kit.
No.
I have an herbalism kit.
Okay.
Over my hair.
Thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long do torches last?
Torches? You can light a torch if you want. I mean, this
No, can you take the oil
This-
from the torch?
this
I
space
think it's
is
like a wooden.
yeah.
So,
But it's drizzled in oil.
Oh yeah, we can like.
Can we
ring
ring
it
it?
out.
I am going to
Let's do
use
that.
my phosphor arrow and
Okay.
fire at the his last known position.
Okay. And the phosphor arrow does what?
This ammunition is tipped with an alchemical concoction that ignites on impact, casting bright light in the space it impacts and dim light in a 5 foot radius. A creature struck by this ammunition takes 1 fire damage at the start of each turn and can be detected more easily, granting other creatures advantage on wisdom perception checks made to see them and being revealed if invisible.
Okay, so as he goes invisible, you quickly, as quick as you can, go to take your shot.
Come on.
Using advantage!
Attaboy.
Okay, so you have disadvantage on the shot because you're invisible. You're using your advantage, which cancels it out. So you roll a normal attack.
Come on. Oh!
So that was a 29 to hit.
29 to hit.
Yeah, because I didn't use sharpshooter.
That just hits.
You needed 30.
And so as the arrow pierces him and explodes, as he is still basically in the same spot because you were quick enough on the trigger to get it off.
Ooh.
His body, where it strikes, is wreathed in flame and a kind of fluorescent white yellow glow, and for the moment he is visible.
How long
Clutch.
does he stay visible?
MVP.
Yeah, if we live.
And I'm sorry, the damage.
It is good. Is anyone the thing?
What?
No, forget it.
But
Nothing.
oh no, it was 8 damage.
8 damage. All right.
Correct.
Okay. And let's have a yell as it lights him up, and he kind of chuckles. Very good. Didn't expect that. Sola, you're up.
I'm gonna get in range so I can radiant sunball him.
Okay. So he is 15 feet up in the air, and that is, so I'm going to say he's, Pythagoras would put him farther away, but he's just at the edge of your 30-foot range.
What does that Pythagoras know?
Not much.
Not now, he's dead.
13.
13, you take a blast with your radiant bolt, and it flies by.
I'm gonna use a key point to use it twice again.
Okay, so use your key point, and you're going to shoot 2 more at him.
15.
15, the second one slides by as
Oh
well.
my goodness. 18.
And the third one you take your time and center yourself, shoot it forth, and it hits him square in the chest.
Yeah, savage attack. Why not?
Damn, I only took 1 attack.
I'm a level 5 now.
8.
8. All right. All right. Very good. Are you doing anything? So that was your action and bonus action. Eli, you're up.
I can't reach him at 15 feet, right? With
He
my
is
sword.
hovering high. Yep.
I'm going to get up on the platform.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold an action.
Can I use
Holding
this?
an action?
Or it comes down to the ground, I'm gonna swipe it.
Okay. Very good.
More the merrier.
Morthos, you're up.
And my sword is still ignited, correct?
It is still ignited.
Can I attempt to restring my
Well,
crossbow?
actually, you took a short rest,
I did.
so it's no longer ignited.
It's now ignited.
So you use your bonus action,
Correct.
and you take
2. Nope. 3.
3 points of damage.
Can I attempt
The
to
last game we did
restring
it
my
too.
crossbow?
Okay. Do you have extra string?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then-
Half of 5 is 2.
Well, 2.5.
Are
We'll
you-
say
are you
it's
rounding
2.
up or down?
We'll round down to 2. Yeah, I think that's what we did last time. Was round down.
Then, well, I have 2. I think I can patch one up with the string from both of them.
Go ahead and roll a tinker check. We'll say this is survival because you're kind of MacGyvering this.
Oh boy. Survival. That would be 11.
And that's not good enough
Good
to
enough.
fix it.
Yeah. Then I'm going to run up right next to Eli and hold my action for if anything gets within range.
Right next to Eli.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. And you are asking a question?
Real quick, the phosphorus burns for 1 minute or until a creature spends an action to remove or snuff out the alchemical flame.
Yep.
Just to.
Very good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yep.
And it is now Curse's turn. Looks at you and he says, "Ah, how nice of you to bunch up for me." And he puts out his hands and lets loose a gust of wind that turns frigid cold as a cone of cold is unleashed. And Sola, Eli, Morthos, Hold, Vincent, and Zeus all need to roll constitution checks for me.
Does Bless go on this for me?
This is a save, so Bless is added to this for you. So, which one are you rolling first?
I'm rolling both. One's metal and one is
Okay.
real. I'm not metal.
Okay.
Am I still in the corner?
You're
You.
here.
That's still in the range?
Yeah, it's a 80-foot range.
You said a con save?
Or 60, yeah.
Zeus has an 8. I have a 24.
Okay, Zeus fails. You succeed.
9.
Hold fails.
7.
Vincent fails.
21.
Ortho succeeds.
4.
And Sola fails.
Oh,
Okay.
Was it? It was a 19. Was it a 1?
I thought you rolled a 1.
Never mind. Sola says I rolled a 1.
No, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. If you rolled a 19, you rolled a 19. I don't know. Maybe it was a glare that I just saw the 1 on.
Could be a 1. Let's go with a 1. Let's go with a 1.
Okay,
It was
so
probably because of the glare.
It's a bad idea.
Like here, when
Yeah,
I
we
was.
don't want to go with
I
that.
thought it said 19,
Zeus
but
might
it
be
could have been
dead.
1.
No,
Because they are right next to each other.
They are right next to
It's
each
a lot
other.
of dice. Go with the 19.
I'd say go with 18.
21 it is. Good job.
21.
I will note that none of you used your advantage on this roll.
I don't have it.
No.
No way.
Or disadvantage.
Disadvantage on math.
Disadvantage on Matt. You didn't roll yet.
Oh,
No, it doesn't work
he
that
You want me
way.
to roll with
He's
disadvantage?
rolling
No.
damage right
He's rolling
now.
damage.
Yeah, roll
I
disadvantage.
think it hits
damage.
either way. It's just
It does not
understated.
work.
It's whether we save or not.
He didn't roll for the code either.
It's a save.
It's a save. We have to save.
So, the ones who made the save, were Eli and Morthos. So you each take 15 cold damage.
Guides down.
Take
It says
uncanny
like
dodge.
60 feet.
Hmm?
I can use uncanny dodge, right?
No, this would be evasion, but you don't have that yet.
Whew.
and the rest of you take 30 cold damage.
I'm down.
So is Zeus.
This could be a TPK. We've been
Isn't
dreaming
but
of-
isn't it still considered an attack?
And he is
No.
still visible. That is his turn.
What was it? 15.
Yeah.
It is
Then I cast
now
Hellish Rebuke.
Vincent's turn.
How high is the ceiling?
What?
How high is the ceiling?
He's hovering up right below it. It's about 30 feet up. So that's 15 feet to the pedestal, and then he's up another 15 feet right below the top of the circular, the spherical shimmer.
I will, as probably my last action in this battle,
Did you guys realize you're all screwed
I
today?
will just cast
I'm
slow
so happy about it.
Okay,
in his,
We're gonna
in his
we're gonna
area.
win.
you're casting slow,
You better
Yeah.
win
and so
now.
I need to roll what?
Wisdom save.
I'm gonna
Wisdom?
live, so.
you're not.
Okay, that is a 20.
You're gonna be permanently
Sure.
sealed in this room.
Sure, you saved it.
We're gonna have to come save you with new
Could use my advantage, but I rolled a 19 on the die, so sorry.
Oh my
There
goodness.
goes that.
All right, are you moving at all, Vincent?
I don't see a point.
Okay.
I do not see a point to move. I thought I was out of his range, but
Am I out of his range?
Currently you are.
The whole room is his range.
oh,
Okay,
you know what?
He just
And
didn't
so,
aim at you yet.
Mylandra, you're up.
Maybe I should just take a step back.
Move away from me.
And do what? I missed that.
Push Rygar towards him as you go
Give
away.
me move
Um,
down the bench.
Can I hex him?
Sure.
Wait. Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
2 spells.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You took a short rest, so you have both your spell slots back.
Oh, you took a short rest though. just like-
You had previously cast Hex. Hex lasts 8 hours.
Oh,
So you can-
it's still.
As a bonus action, you can move Hex to him,
Yeah,
and you still have 2 spell slots you can use.
yeah. I'll move hex to him.
Okay, so you move Hex to him. He is hexed.
Can I attack from where I am? Because I really don't want to.
Yep,
Get any
absolutely.
closer.
So you're taking your attack. Alright. I will remind you that you are the only one who can heal as well.
I know. I was
So,
just telling these guys.
roll your
Go.
2 attacks.
I know.
But you're not.
17.
17. The first bolt sizzles past.
Oh.
Just missing.
Sucks.
We are effed.
We really are.
Wait, did you add to it?
19 plus 7.
That hits. And I'm assuming you're moving him back 10 feet.
Sure.
No, it would have been even better if you flew and shot him
he
down
still
10 feet.
Yeah,
Is
that's
he
what I
still
was
at the
thinking.
same height?
Yeah.
He's essentially right at the ceiling. Yep. He's up.
Crap.
So he is
I
now
could've
moved
almost-
away
I
from the
think I could've
top
reached him
pedestal.
at the top.
Yep. Further away from the pedestal now.
We don't need him. by
So
the
roll-
way.
what's your
Very
damage?
advantageous to use fly now.
No, I didn't roll my damage yet.
That's what you cast, right?
9.
9. Okay, very good.
Nine.
Are you moving or are you staying still?
Oh yeah.
I can't heal Sola, can I? Or is
You
that...
use your bonus action to move
Yeah.
the move hex.
I'm gonna stay. Until
Okay.
next round. I'll come heal you next time.
All right, and it is now Tony's
Should've hit her
turn.
this time and then-
But I hexed this guy. Make up your mind.
Is he
what
still
are you
visible?
gonna
Nothing, you already did it. You're good.
Yeah.
You could've
Huh?
texted him.
Tony's over here by you.
He's still visible?
He is still visible.
Alright, he'll go pester him.
You
Okay,
should be.
so you
Like a
do the
finding him.
Flyby.
flyby where you essentially take the help action on the next attack. So the next attack has
I do,
advantage
but I
on
didn't get-
curse. Hold, you're up.
Hold is gonna climb to the top.
I'm gonna have to use
Okay.
some of my hit points on
Because he's
Jack.
currently useless. And he's gonna pull his glaive out.
Okay, pull your glaive out.
And how far does it look like he is from me?
You might be able to take a running jump and make an attack against him.
Yeah, so it's like 9 feet height plus.
He is 15 feet above you, but then now he's about 10 feet further away from you.
Yeah, so 16 feet. Yeah, okay.
So-
I think I can.
Okay, so
We're
roll
gonna
an
see.
athletics
I'm
check
gonna back up and
as you try to jump. This is your full movement.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna fall.
Go ahead and roll your athletics.
Alright, let's do this, baby. Ooh, okay. 15.
15. I will let you make an attack with disadvantage.
Okay. Let me take the attack action.
Yes.
Alright. Disadvantage. I don't like it.
Just roll 2 20s. Simple.
21?
Hits. Roll your damage.
Cut his foot off.
That's a 10 and a 4. Yeah, 10 and a 4. $12.
12, very good.
On my way down, can I spin it around again to hit him?
You cannot, but you can roll an acrobatics check to see how you land.
Why can't I spin it again? That's part of my attack action. You said I can take the attack action.
I said you can make an attack, yep.
So what? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics to see how well you land.
This is going to be successful. 7.
So, as you back up and jump, you land prone next to him, which is your full movement, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage from the fall. Okay? And Zeus is now up.
So I'm
Actually,
not trying that again.
death save for Zeus.
11.
Alright, that's 1 success for Zeus. Rygar, you're up.
Okay, I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on the boss.
Okay, he is Mark.
Also, could I please move north above the globe of electricity?
How far north do you want to go?
25 feet.
In order to get out of here, we have to solve it.
And then my first attack using void damage, non-sharpshooter.
Yep.
17.
Misses as the arrow goes wide.
I can't use void now.
So when you cast it as a bonus action, technically I think it might be concentration. So I think it's the next attack that hits that turn. I think that's how it works. But
Yeah, the next time you hit a creature.
does it say you concentrate on it though? Because if it does, then you would lose Hunter's Mark.
As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The next time you hit that creature on this turn with a weapon attack, all damage dealt becomes force damage and the creature takes it. Now it doesn't.
Okay,
No
so
concentration.
There you go.
Alright. 14.
14 misses. So both arrows shoot wide.
Not good.
We are ass.
Sola, death save from you, please. Okay.
Plus 10 to hit.
But it wasn't a 1, was it?
No.
Okay. Eli, you're up.
Go over and
Are you invested in Soul?
amplify my bloodletting.
Okay. On who?
Sola.
On Sola.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna live.
You get 5 health,
So you get 5 health.
and I take 2 down. Is that how we're doing it? Half?
Yep. You take 2 health away. Okay. And that.
Do I have more movement to get the Zeus?
You moved 10 feet, so you have 20 feet of movement left.
Oh, how many of those do you have?
I have 1 left.
This is gonna die.
You can get up to Zeus. Yep.
Stabilize.
All right. Roll a medicine check. Or you're just using the normal bonus action. Okay. So Zeus is stabilized, and that's Eli's turn. Morthos, you're up.
I'll just run as far away as I can corner of the room.
Freaking rogues.
You can't hit anything.
Yeah, and I'll just sit there. I'll attempt to hide.
You have a crossbow?
Nope.
It's
I
broken.
got nothing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So roll your.
19.
Okay. And he kind of sees you running away at the corner of his eye. Flee if you wish. We will find you. The darkness is our ally. All right. And
Wait, can I do
as
one
he-
last thing?
Yep.
I'll cast darkness on myself.
Okay. So you cast darkness on yourself. That's your action. And so there's a 15-foot radius around you of darkness. Okay. So we'll just put this. You cast it on your cloak or what?
Sure, I like that idea.
On your toe.
Okay. So you can't see anything.
Yep, can't see nothing.
But you are hiding. And you all watch as Curse says this. He kind of concentrates, and you see some of his wounds begin to close.
Sweet. Don't worry, we got this.
Right. And he looks down at you, Hold, who tried to slice him.
You got nothing.
And he takes his glaive, which, as you look at it, it's got a what looks to be kind of an obsidian handle with silver filigree in it, and it has a blade at the top that is almost stylized in the roaring mouth of a dragon, like its tongue is the blade of this dragon-headed glaive. And he swings down at you. And the first is a 12. And the second is a 21.
Hit.
Actually, I think that misses. No.
I have a 20 right now.
Yeah, because your shield is down. Yep, so that hits you. As this happens, you immediately feel a surge of energy through you. I need you to roll a charisma save.
And you have advantage because I'm prone.
Yep.
Do you get advantage because of the little black button?
Charisma save?
If you're attuned to it, you can add 1 to the save, yes.
I'm not even wearing it. So. Gosh, I was level 7. 8.
8. So you are baned.
Great.
So you now take 1d4 subtracted from all attacks and death saves until you resist the effect.
No damage though?
You also.
Why do you ask for it?
You take 18 slashing damage.
18.
Okay. And that is its
Bring
turn as it kind of looks at the arrow and breaks it off, but it still is lit. But it takes 1 fire damage, right?
Yes.
It takes 1 fire damage because the phosphorus is continuing to burn its body. Vincent, you're up.
I will run towards the right.
Who's dead right now?
Run 15, cast chromatic orb, second level with advantage. What?
Second, okay.
Yeah, with advantage from
Yep.
last week.
Yep. Actually, oh, you're using your advantage. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, why?
No, go ahead.
You got
Oh,
some?
I forgot I had that.
Oh my god, those are terrible. 17?
Does not hit. As the chromatic orb sails by, kind of laughs. You are pathetic.
And I keep running the rest of my movement.
Yep, I went the full.
Okay.
Mylandra, you're up.
We need to bring him down somehow.
I'm gonna go. I still want to stay out of his attack range, but I want to go towards the left, so I can get to Sola because I need to be within 60 feet if I'm gonna heal her.
He's gonna kill you in one shot.
He's gonna kill her with one shot, whether she's healed or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was gonna go this way.
Unless she's
Not up
gonna
on
heal
me.
her to max.
Okay.
Even then, I used to get killed in one shot. The other one was 30 damage.
The good
That's
old
nice.
fashioned.
Roll perception check.
Yeah.
He's only got one of those.
11.
You don't see Sola
Oh, great.
because she is on the other side of the raised platform.
Yeah.
Voluntarily. We need to be able to see it.
Can I still?
You can make your
not even
attacks on
bonus, Yeah.
Curse if you wish.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been great.
14 plus 7.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Plus D6.
He is hexed, so you can roll your d6 as well.
Oh.
That's not a D6. There we go.
9 plus 5.
Okay, 14. So he lets out a yell as he's are you knocking him back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he still 10 feet from me because of his glaive?
He went down. He only had to be 10 feet from you, and he just kind of hovered back up. So he is keeping out of range.
Oh. Could I have taken an opportunity attack?
He was never within your threatened range.
With the glaive? If he could hit
He
me,
has
I
reach.
could hit. So he has 15 foot?
Actually, no. He has reach, so he's 10 foot. He's not 15 foot. You have the glaive. You're prone on the ground. You can take an opportunity attack, though it would be made with disadvantage because you're prone. So yes, you could take as he attacked you and backed up. You could have taken an opportunity attack.
I mean, I would have tried.
Yeah. So roll your attack with disadvantage. Okay.
Crit fail.
Crit fail. Please roll a d20.
When does the clown car show up?
It's already here.
Yeah.
Brought us here.
We
that
are
was-
the clowns. Well,
If
guys,
I
this has
roll
been a
another
fun
one
campaign.
after that,
We're
was
going
just
to
like,
like
oh
something.
my gosh, did you see that?
I'm gonna work on my character.
There's almost
my new
one.
one right
8.
now.
8.
I got a new one.
As
Just
you
roll
reach
the
up
crit
and slice at him wildly, the blade of your weapon gets lodged in the stone, and it is stuck fast. You'll have to use an action
Some
to
sharp bones.
take it out.
Man.
Cool.
Okay,
Oh, I can use it as a springboard.
Tony. Unless you're doing anything else, that was your action. You have a bonus action.
Can I? Yeah, I would like to get some height.
Okay.
Can I do my radiant soul?
Yes, you can do your radiant soul, and you are now flying. Okay. Very good. So that adds extra damage to your attacks, right? It's your level, is it? And Tony's up now.
Flyby.
Flyby. Next attack on Curse has advantage. Hold, you're up. I assume you stand up. That's half of your movement.
Extra radiant damage. Yeah.
Is it your equal to your level?
It's 4. It's her level.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
How much movement speed would it be if I actually didn't stand up and I just like rolled off?
Leaving your glaive behind.
No, I'm gonna stand up.
Yep.
And I'm going to. Is my whole action to grab my glaive? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it takes an action to unstick it. You didn't need to make a athletics check to do so.
How far away from me is he?
He is about 25 feet above you.
What a turd. I'm gonna grab my glaive and
Okay.
roar at him.
Roll an athletics check.
To roar?
12.
12.
No, I'm sorry, I have 11 now. 14.
14. You unstick the glaive that is in your hand. As you roar at him,
I'm gonna roar at him, and then I'm gonna put my glaive away and get my shield out.
okay.
And then I'm gonna second wind.
Second wind. So you roll your d12. 10.
9 plus 3.
Very good. You got 12 health. So hold heals 12 health. Zeus
I'm not telling you what
is.
Gonna lay there because that's all I
I'm
can
not
do.
tracking anything. Rygar, you're up again.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Could I please cast protection from good and evil on myself?
That's an action to do so. And what are you choosing to? How's that work? You choose what you're protecting it from.
Yeah. So basically, you choose one willing target you touch, and it's protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, patrons, and undeads.
Okay, so you begin to concentrate on
protection
that.
from good, evil, and good.
You begin to concentrate on that, and your hunter's mark fades.
Who's protected?
So
Okay, and so you have protection from good and evil, and
Is he still hexed?
he is
he's not. It's concentration.
No, hexed.
no.
Oh.
He is hexed
Yeah.
from her. She has not cast another concentration spell. Okay, that's your action, and
Staying put.
staying put. Very good. Sola, you have 5 health.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, that's half of your movement.
I'm going to. Can I get to the console?
Yeah, it's kind of over here behind Vincent. You have to use a bonus action dash to get there.
Okay.
So you take your action and bonus action to get to the
Let's do it.
console.
Can I investigate it to see if it has anything?
Sure. Roll investigation.
See if it'll help us out.
Yeah.
7.
Okay. As you look it over, it's ringed with various arcane sigils that you know nothing about.
Vincent, get over here!
He's very close to you.
I'm gonna shout it still. Vincent, get over here!
All right, very good. Eli, you're up.
I planned on doing as well.
Okay. So you step over.
I'm gonna investigate it as well.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. So you see some mechanisms on the top, and you see what looks to be some sort of depression in the center of it, and several of the golden lines all kind of run into that depression, and based off of that roll, you get the sense that something goes in here to try to control it and maneuver it, which you do not have
Dang it.
anything that fits that depression.
What shape is it? Like the depression. Yeah.
Well, it looks kind of spherical.
How big is the sphere?
Maybe the size of a normal-sized grapefruit.
Can I go in? I didn't. How far did I move?
You moved 10 feet.
All right, I'm gonna start moving to the upper right-hand corner.
Where it looks like they're grapefruit size mushrooms.
We haven't checked it.
So you can get to here.
Yep.
Right next to me.
These are not mushrooms. These are all light bulbs.
Oh.
They look like mushrooms.
So it kind of all lights up the room.
So me moving in the upper right-hand corner makes no difference because they're light bulbs.
Correct.
I got nothing. Darkness.
All right. Morthos, you're in darkness.
Do nothing.
Okay. You see his wounds begin to close again. And he looks over at all of you guys fiddling with things and I will take you out one by one. And he takes attack against you again, Hold.
No.
He makes 2 attacks on you.
No, he doesn't. He's gonna miss.
Do we want to disadvantage him?
No.
Why?
Maybe on his next kill 5 people spells.
He's only got 1 of those a day.
Oh, sweet. So do we want to use that now?
So he rolled a 19
Oh, too late.
and a natural 1.
No, we do not want to use that.
I am rolling
Glaive ends up in my hands.
That'd be cool.
You see the glaive begin to slip out of his grasp, and he grabs it just before it leaves his grip. I had to roll a DC 15 athletics check,
If he tries to leave again.
which, yeah, so he goes back up out of your reach,
I would like to.
but you don't have your glaive in hand, you have your shield in hand.
Right. You're right. He is not in my reach.
Yep. That is his turn. He is still bleeding. Still has the arrow oh, that's right. Takes one more damage. And he's hurt, but you get the sense, and you can see you, Hold in particular, see every turn he is able to regenerate some of his health. Vincent, you're up.
Having heard Sola scream my name, I'm going to run back to the pedestal, which I just ran past.
So you turn around,
Apparently.
turn
I
around,
thought it
and
was
Yeah, me too.
close to the
get up
square.
next to her.
We are a disaster.
And I will look at.
Remember that you're blessed, Eli.
Yeah.
Go, Eli.
Eli's pissed right now.
I'm going to look at the pedestal, see if I can make out anything.
Roll an investigation with advantage, because this is all arcane stuffs.
I think you rolled the advantage.
25?
5. Yeah, you learn all the same stuff that Eli did.
Cool.
And you are certain that there is some sort of a mechanism or activation point that you guys don't have access to. You don't have the key, so to speak. And with your kind of passive intelligence, you would surmise that if a key existed in here, that these creatures would have used it to get out long ago.
It's the door. The crumpled up door.
Dang it!
Do you have any other action?
I mean, you do sense that this
One of us
mechanism
probably has
is what controls the golden circles,
Mhm.
and
But we still need that.
that would kind of align or maneuver these things to focus or do whatever it is that it does.
Maybe you can command it.
Stick my hand in it.
You can touch it. Nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens.
Let's just start praying.
Okay,
Start launching shots.
Mylandra, you're up.
Why is no one attacking this thing?
I think I
Where's
missed both times.
Zeus?
I know.
He's
Zeus is
stable,
down.
you said, right?
Zeus is
Doesn't matter.
stabilized, though. Yeah.
I'm going to attack.
Okay, roll your attacks.
8 people?
Is that attack?
Yeah, that was a 4.
I think it's
Four
with
misses?
advantage though, right? Because no one
yeah.
else attacked.
The next attack, so you roll with advantage. So the first one missed, roll your second half of that roll.
18 plus 7.
That hits, roll your damage. He is still hexed, so make sure you're adding your d6.
6 plus 3 plus 5.
No. It's a 9.
Oh, yeah. 9 plus 3.
12.
Plus 5.
Plus
Plus
5.
5.
Plus 4
is
radiant.
17,
Yeah,
plus
plus
4 is
4.
21.
Wow. Go Mylandra.
It's gonna stack
How
up.
high are you in the air?
So she's just kind of hovering above ground level. She hasn't gone up at all. You have one more attack.
Oh.
Roll. This is not with advantage. This is just normal.
19.
19 hits. Roll your damage again with the d6. Plus 9.
6 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4.
20.
That's the most damage we've done.
So he gets moved.
it's
Are you moving him
45.
back? Or you? Okay, he stays still, and he gets 2 blasts right to his chest, and he lets out a roar of rage as he sees you hovering there, looks down at Hold, and has his eyes fixed on you.
Sweet.
Can I fly back?
Sure.
Pretty happy that you just distracted me.
I don't want to die.
Trying to go back as far as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, you are essentially just hovering on the ground because it comes down to it's a kind of
Dome.
spherical, yeah. Which means if he's going to go towards you, he has to get lower to the ground as well.
Or if he would have been moved back 10 feet, is it a dome all the way around?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't
Yeah, I
move
know.
him. Yeah.
Got it.
Also, it will be more like hitting him into the
Yeah, but you
from her angle.
still kind of move down the slope, wouldn't you?
Or you assume it behaves like a solid object.
Son of a gun! That's a good point.
So, Tony is up. I assume he does the flyby again.
Yes. Yes,
Hold.
he does.
What are you doing?
How far up is he?
He is about 25 feet above you.
This is ridiculous. Who's he looking at?
Melandra.
Melandra.
And she's in the corner. I'm gonna get up on the center pedestal
Okay.
if I can.
So you move to the center. Your shield is out.
And I'm gonna hold an action. If he comes by me in any way that I can jump and grab onto him, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So, apparently my jump height, according to the book, is like 16 feet. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you ready a jump and grapple action.
That's right.
Okay. Very good. Zeus Rygar.
I am going to attack.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Using sharpshooter, that's advantage, correct?
The first one was with advantage. Yep.
Okay. So the first one, that is going to be a 17.
Just misses as the arrow flies by.
Shucks.
You have one more attack. No longer advantaged.
Not 20.
A 3. So 13.
So that arrow flies by again. Sorry,
We're
guys.
gonna die
That's
in the
just
air.
tough rolls. I know it's frustrating.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
You do still have an advantage from the audience, I believe, Rygar.
I used it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay. I also still have a disadvantage, just by the way. Sola, are you staying still, Rygar?
I'll hold.
All right. Sola, you're up.
Can I do the same thing that Holt did
Miss?
2 rounds ago? No,
Run
he
up?
runs up and tries to
Flyby.
Grab his feet.
jump and hit him with a sword.
That's your full movement to get up
I got
here.
advantage, but I
Okay.
have no idea
So
why.
you can
I
try to reach
No,
him with
because
a
flyby
running
the first
jump.
one wasn't used, and then he did it
So
again.
you can roll your acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I have slow fall.
Sure. As you kind of parkour up, getting all of your momentum, going up 1 layer, 2 layer, getting to the next.
19 plus 9.
19 plus 9, and you get up next to him, and you go for your 2
You
attacks.
hit hard.
Yes.
What? You can fly?
No, she ran and jumped.
I ran it.
You're gonna dunk on him.
15.
Just as
Why can't I do that?
22.
You didn't
first
do
one
it.
hits.
So it was moonlight when we left.
Yep.
Does my sword? Do I get the extra D4?
You have no idea. In this realm, there is no moon.
Ooh.
So the answer is no.
Worth a shot.
Clever girl.
Savage attack. 8.
8. Okay, very good.
And my second?
Yep.
13.
Misses. And you slow fall
Can I
your
use
way.
flurry of blows?
You slow fall your way back down. Okay.
Lucky.
Yeah, that's why I did it because I'm like, hey, I won't get hit.
All right. Eli.
Is your crossbow working?
Yeah, I'll shoot him.
Get him!
Okay, what's the range?
I don't know.
It's like our 4th time around.
80 feet.
Everybody would have attacked him.
Okay, you can hit him from there.
Yeah.
19.
Cantrip him,
19 hits.
slash him.
Roll your
I
damage.
didn't realize my second spell was
10.
action.
10. Very good.
Bonus action.
I should have another attack.
You're using a light crossbow, so yeah, you can restring it and shoot
Nope.
it. Miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dice is not doing well today.
Okay, and so that misfires. Are you staying there?
Yeah.
All right, Morthos. Continuing to cower in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Rather cow in the corner than just get killed out in the open.
Very good.
Look at key.
So
Try
you
Very
see,
well put.
you see
Poetic.
his wounds begin to close again, and this time, the wounds, by the way, are starting to build up. There are large gashes on him, especially from Mylandra's 2 shots.
Yeah, right?
And you see him finally take the arrow out and throw it down, and his body goes invisible.
Do you have another arrow?
I do, yes.
It's not his turn.
Yeah.
Hold. Roll perception, please.
20.
You sense his presence moving past you within your threatened radius.
I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Roll with
Inspiration.
Roll straight.
And give you disadvantage on your strength check.
That's
all,
fair.
Do you all agree with that?
Yeah.
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 Let's
Okay.
do
It's
it.
okay if you shoot me as I jump up.
I'm not going to be shooting him if you bring him to the ground.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Stab him to death.
Stab his face.
You just roll a 1.
No.
15. I can still get him.
12.
Yes!
Yeah!
Alright.
He rolled a 4.
And so
He was
you
scared.
feel
little bit.
his body and grab on, and you land kind of prone on the ground as you jump up, and you feel the muscle of this creature is very strong and raw. You feel his body struggling against yours. His glaive is kind of up against your chest as he's trying to push away from you, but he is currently grappled,
Sweet.
though not prone. He is grappled. You kind of are grabbing his legs as you kind of feel him almost hovering, standing over you as you're on the ground at his feet. Okay? He is still invisible. And it is now Vincent's turn. As you see Hold kind of wrestling with an invisible creature at the top of the pillar.
Yeah, hide him.
I will.
Hide him so we can see some drip drip.
I'm about to take 4 attacks.
Drip, drip.
There's gotta be something on the floor.
I'm just gonna cast Shocking Grasp for Antonio to deliver.
Okay, very good. And Mylandra, your turn.
Does my pseudo dragon do anything?
Your pseudo dragon
Not yet.
gives you advantage on magical saves.
Oh.
But in terms of attacking,
There's no
Don't you
sweet,
mean
like,
gold
he's right
meat?
there vision.
Back to the chain.
a pseudo dragon actually can detect invisible things, but it's within 10 feet, I believe. She went in the opposite direction. For that.
Freaking Melandra.
What?
Your dragon can see invisible things within 10 feet.
So you want me to get closer so I can die?
Or you could send your dragon within 10 feet.
Well, you know
Sure.
exactly where this thing is right now.
It's true.
Can
we
I
did.
send my dragon?
No, don't worry.
Is that your action to do
No,
that?
don't do that. Shoot it.
Shoot the crap out of this spot.
Shoot it
the
in
right
the
of
face.
Shoot
I'm
you.
going like this.
Yeah, just don't miss.
I aim for Hold. Just to the left.
above, yeah.
Hey, did that arrow that he took out fall anywhere near me?
It fell to the ground closer to Solal than
Well,
anyone.
Holt, if you die, it's been good knowing you.
I love you too.
It's
Roll,
still sparking.
roll with disadvantage.
At least
He is still
does
invisible.
saving you guys.
Oh.
It's justice.
Is that a 1?
No.
Okay.
It's a 3.
So the first one misses. Roll your second attack with disadvantage.
Oh, they're both 16.
Okay, that hits. Roll your damage.
Is he still hexed, even though he's invisible?
He is hexed, so you can add your d6 as well.
6 plus 2 plus 5 and plus 4.
So it's 17. Alright, and you hear him scream out in pain as you see the bolt of force energy flash above you. Are you moving him back 10 feet?
No.
You have to make these
Eli
let him
said
make the
no.
decisions.
Yeah, if you
on
do,
their
he's
own.
released from my hold.
Yeah.
You can't
no.
hold
I
on to
would
him?
never party with you again.
No. No.
And she chooses to let him remain grappled.
I'd have to make a check to hold on.
Yeah.
And I would fall down.
And Tony can now deliver the shocking grasp with disadvantage.
Oh, dang. I wanted advantage.
Ooh, 2 18s. How about that?
That hits.
Plus whatever.
Whatever.
I'm sure it makes it now.
Plus a -3.
Dude, we're gonna do this.
That's a 1. Is he wearing armor?
You roll 2 of those because
Two
it's
damage.
you're 5th level now, so shocking grasp's damage is doubled.
He's wearing a golden belt,
How about
and that's a
a
great
2 on
conductor
top
of
of that?
electricity.
So 3 total.
Yes.
3. Okay.
Cantrip.
And he was.
And
He
you
did
have
say metal
lightning?
armor. Yeah.
He
He
does
has
have
some metal armor on.
gold
This is for it to
electricity.
hit.
Yeah.
So
Anything
we
you have any
cancel out my
lightning?
disadvantage.
Yeah. It's
Which is fine. 'cause
he
I
hit
got
2 18s.
Cool.
Hold.
You can
You
let
are
him go.
currently grappling him.
Can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Yes, I am. I am going to.
Let his finger.
I'm going to do multiple things. I'm going to.
You are considered prone right now. Half of your movement to stand up, still being
Yeah,
grappled.
I'm gonna hold on to him and stand up.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna punch him. Where I feel like his arrow hole is.
Okay. Roll your attack with disadvantage.
Why?
Technically, he's still invisible.
Anywhere in between me and my elbow is where he is.
It's just the mechanics of the game.
Game's
I don't
broken.
believe you.
I'll tell you what. Roll a perception
Is he there?
to see if you can kind of sense his body presence, position.
Can you feel his body?
Oh.
Oh, might have made it though.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 12 for perception.
Yeah. So it's still a disadvantage roll. The first one missed. The second one.
You can do this.
Missed.
Miss.
Action
surge. That's right. Expected. Go ahead. And the fourth.
20.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Stupid.
It's quite the struggle.
I just gotta give it all. I'm going all out. 11.
11. Nice.
And then I'm going to use my shield to. Now that I hit him, do I know where he is?
You know where he is, but you don't know where he is.
I want to shield bash him.
As a bonus action, you shield bash, right? You do
Yeah.
so with disadvantage.
Come on!
It's a strength check.
Get him.
Why is it disadvantage? 13.
Natural 1.
Thank goodness. Well, what's his strength score? 95?
19. So it's only plus 4.
Alright, so he's prone now.
He is prone
But still
and
invisible.
invisible.
And my finger is pointing like this. I hit right here!
Did you yell that?
Rygar, you're up.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay.
In that high pitch for hold.
Using a phosphorus arrow.
Oh gosh, please hit him.
Please don't hit me.
Not using sharpshooter.
No, roll with a disadvantage.
Disadvantage. 21.
That hits. As you follow Hold's pointing with your elvish skill, you let loose and it hits him right in the shoulder.
For only.
The damage isn't important.
Dude,
on
it
that
just
one.
has to keep coming.
As his
'Cause he's
body
healing.
lights back up from the phosphorus glow, and
6 damage total
6
for
damage.
that one. And then for my second attack,
Yep.
Boy!
Which is also, go ahead.
it's not disadvantage.
You're
correct?
rolling using, it's disadvantaged
It still is.
because he's prone and you're doing
That's-
a ranged
that is-
attack.
Ah, that's right. Okay. Natural 1.
Roll your
Oh,
There goes your
there
finger.
goes hold!
You shoot the
Hold
arrow
your
out
D20.
of his body.
15.
Roll an attack.
Yes.
Oh.
Hold's finger.
No.
16.
16 does not hit.
Oh.
as the arrow bounces off of Hold's plate armor and doesn't do any
I
damage.
shake my pointer finger.
Which, as you look,
as he
see,
lights up.
you
Oh,
notice his body
oh! I look
is
at my-
lit up.
Whoa!
The right hand.
All right, Sola, you turn
Agent of
around and you see
Justice.
Hold now grappling this creature on the
Run
ground.
to him.
Yep. Turn around. And
Can we
get
get in flanking position,
No,
please?
dude, his head's hanging over the edge. I want you to take his head.
You don't need to.
Snap it off.
He's on the
That's
ground.
true.
Just go snap, snap, snap,
Just
snap.
snap it off.
Okay.
Snap his head off.
He still has, right?
I will attack.
Roll your attack with advantage.
It only works for you.
Can I
though.
borrow
Maybe I should use my
D20.
advantage. No, I'll save it.
Ooh, crit!
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, mama.
Fail.
dead.
Crit fail. That's how tonight
I
is
double
fun.
my.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably got about 100 HP left to do this guy. Well, you did a lot.
14?
14, very good. And your second attack?
Go so
Kill him.
Oh, advantage
Go
again.
so lucky.
How are we getting out of here?
I don't know, guys.
The other door. It's clear to the exit.
11.
We were going through a push
11
door.
misses.
We were pulling.
All right. You doing anything else? Okay, Eli, you're up.
I'm gonna run up and stab him with my radiant blade.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
can
that's
use
true.
my
Attack with advantage.
I can run up and use my axe.
Not my turn.
Nat 20.
He doesn't get. He doesn't
Roll
get
your
reaction.
damage.
Go
Get 'em.
Eli.
And then I'm going to lick the blood off my blade.
Oh.
After the attack.
No, I wanted to do it before. So it's double the 8s and the 4s?
All the dice roll are double.
Ooh, 13.
You crit him too?
Yeah, 13 plus 4 is 17, plus 2 is 19, plus 6 or 12.
Plus, you only no rolls there.
So I don't remember what I said, but I think
19
25.
plus
25, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
It is dead.
you know what? I'm going to stab him.
Please be dead.
Can I, as a bonus action, if I hit him a second time, then can I lick the blood after I attacked him twice?
No, but you can roll your second attack.
Okay.
Can always lick blood later.
Roll with advantage.
I told you I'd get you his blood.
18.
Roll your damage.
14.
14. As Hold is grappling him, Sola comes up and slashes, and you gouge his waist, and you see a purplish, bluish ichor spray forth. And as he is as he is trying,
blood and
we just need to gift those right there. Yeah.
Someone take it. Someone work your magic, please.
His mouth. It's like a wand.
Just stop.
We kicked off.
And Eli comes up and gouges right at the base of his skull, and he kind of see his eyes go over to you, and he says, "The shadow will take you all," and you just kind of shake your head and run your blade the rest of the way and pull his head off as his body lays there limp.
And blood sprays out.
And you have defeated the Oni of Curses.
Oni?
And the door opens.
That's where we were stuck. I want to. I have some empty vials. I want to take his blood.
I'd like to use my action to punch him twice.
You do so.
Can I beach ball
hover
set
down?
his head to
No,
hold?
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
like
like I'd like to shield bash him after, and then keep punching.
Okay.
Do I get a vial of his blood?
I check him for
Yeah, you get a vial of his
ticks.
blood. Check him for ticks.
I check him for everything.
Roll investigation.
I'll help you.
I feel like Eli should be checking him. I'll hold him. You check him.
Sure.
Okay, Eli, you roll with advantage because Hold is assisting.
Do I get bless on that too?
No, this
Thanks,
is a skill
Rhaegar,
check.
but I'm not doing very well today.
Investigate
I
21.
understand.
21. You find a very large glaive
Found it.
Oh, yeah.
And on his left hand,
Here, put that right here. There's room.
you also find a ring which he never had opportunity to use.
Sweet.
Because none of you helped hit him with any of the appropriate magic.
Ah,
Take it out of
okay.
That's what you find.
Sweet.
Uh,
I got room for the glaive.
I give you the glaive. I just put the ring in my pocket for now. We'll deal with that later.
Sweet.
All right.
When he
Oni,
was-
O-N-I?
Roll a history check.
Oh, I gotta call the blood something, but
Yeah.
20. Unnatural.
You are, from your monster hunting days, are aware that this is very commonly referred to by people as the boogeyman,
Baba Yaga?
as no, that's actually something different, as a
Duh.
ogre mage, very commonly used in stories to scare children because they are often preferring to devour small children. This is in fact an Oni, which is a mix of a fiend, devil or demon, doesn't matter, and an ogre that can be found throughout the world, but are typically operate as a part of some other collective. You know that they're typically drawn to strong magic, and that they almost always have some sort of end goal larger than just sating their appetite for innocent blood.
Oh man, we should have asked him questions.
Okay, so that's what you know. This is an Oni.
After
Is
Curse,
there 2 vials of his blood?
Huh?
Can I get 2 vials?
How many empty vials do you have?
It should come with 10, and thus far I've used 5.
Okay, so then you have 2 vials of Oni blood.
Is he like a CR9 or 10?
They're a CR7.
7? That was his max spell.
Alright, how do we get out of here?
after Curse was supposed to kill us all, were they just gonna abandon him and keep him in this room? Or were they gonna come let him out again? Or do you think they had figured a way out?
Well, he said we let him out. Can we try the other door?
You walk up to the other door.
Yeah.
Put your hand through. Step through, and you emerge back in the
Son of a gun.
basement.
There's an
Guys, I'm
entrance.
sorry that we lost Morthos. I couldn't protect him. He got enveloped by the shadow and darkness.
Then, can I peek my head back in through that way?
Yep.
This is the exit.
I hear exit. I dispel darkness.
Okay.
Much help you were.
It's a miracle!
Move it out.
So you all exit.
Well,
Tears
actually,
really
we should
give
probably
us
check
some
this room.
Someday
a
I'll
little
tell
more.
you about the adventure I was just on.
Can I check the skeletons? The skeleton that had the glaive through it. Is there anything on it?
Roll investigation.
Oh yeah. Forgot Freddy's body. Let's bring it up with us.
Yeah.
Put it to rest.
Anyone want to help me?
You rolled a
10.
and had a glaive through his chest. Do you all exit the room?
Wait, guys, can we like search around here for anything? Maybe take a few of these light bulbs upstairs. We don't have to keep lighting torches.
Makes sense.
They seem to be
Yeah.
socketed into receptacles.
Son of a gun.
I can make a receptacle one day. And let's run a wire from these Tesla balls up to the second floor. That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Right. So you exit out.
I'm
you-
done flying, by the way.
Yep. Flying's over.
How do we lock these
We're
back
taking
up?
Freddy's body with us, right? We're laying it to rest.
My name is Freddy.
Sure.
That's what I'm doing. I'm grabbing
What
the
if it's not
body.
him?
Okay. You take its bones.
Bones.
So you collect the bones.
I'll lay it on
Do we
one
know
of these
they're
tables
Freddy's?
here.
Okay. You walk it out and
Yeah, you
kind
said
of
it was the
lay it on
bartender.
one of the tables. Okay.
Poor Freddy.
How do we
Could be
close
Freddy's
these doors?
partner.
Could be too.
Try taking out the ring and the scroll and the.
Oh yeah.
Didn't that like shift out of sight, or are they still there?
They're from the side of the basement. You see that they kind of disappeared into the stone.
Yeah, we can't even take them.
What about from the other side?
You just see the wall.
Okay.
It is a bit. It's glowing a bit more white where the doors were, so you do see what would be a kind of a exit, but that's about it.
Maybe we just get some like do not cross tape. People listen to that often.
Post a warning sign on.
Yeah.
No.
Don't we think the threat's
Somewhere in this
neutralized?
place, there has to be a key to that machine.
Agreed.
Or on the wizard's body.
But what wizard's body?
What was
The
it?
wizard who's in charge of this place.
Oh. Okay.
The one who built it.
Who's that?
You don't know.
Yeah. We never really got a good look of the other Carnage Devil room. The one that we saved.
Oh, down here.
Because we fought gelatinous blobs and left.
Almost died there too.
All right. Well, you guys
What time
make
is
your
it?
way out,
Yeah.
and we're gonna pick things up there next session.
How did you time the end of that song like that? Seriously. The production value was phenomenal.
So, you took out the Owning of Curses. You have his glaive and a ring.
Riddles.
You did a great job with all
I
of
want
the
ring.
puzzles.
Yeah.
And
Melandra crushed it on that first one.
marriage.
Mallet.
And then Holt got them all in the proper order on the door.
Yep. Holt did crush it on that one too.
And Morthos came through with the Simon puzzle.
52.
And he
Because
came
of
through with the
this-
darkness in the
this
last room.
thinking,
Right?
yeah.
Really came through.
Oh.
Well, you guys can see it.
All right. So I'm going to invite Dakota and Austin to pop their heads in here.
I need to know how many.
Just-
I need to add my 16.
Just Dakota? All right, come on
I
in.
don't think mine are
I was
up to
at one.
Space would be too tight.
By
He's
the
at
way-
1 health, by the way.
One. Before I used my
Did 12 to
second
13,
win.
yeah.
Listen, I was gonna just dump all of my power into you, so.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We always sincerely appreciate it. So just to mention anyone who was following or giving the subs, just so you know, Amazon Prime is, if you have the Amazon account and you're using their Prime service, which is great in and of itself because you get the 2-day shipping, you get Amazon Prime Video, and books and all kinds of great things. But also on top of it, they're now partnered with Twitch, the same company, to give us, you basically can sub to a company, sub to a channel such as us, and then we get half of it, Twitch gets half of it, so it's a win-win situation. So in this case, we have Angel the Shadow with a sub, and Carbs15 with a sub, so we very much appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
guys.
we had some great follows. We had Just Orc, which we saw you in chat, so thank you so much for joining us also. O. Cole, Doing Our Best, DM Matt G, and Asupla. So thank you all so much. We really appreciate
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
for the follows, for the conversation. Do know that you're more than welcome to lurk. You're more than welcome to turn it on and do your thing. But if you want to join us and be a part of the chat and also kind of the game, feel free to be a part of it. You can ask us questions about different characters. We have D&D Beyond Extension open so that you guys can all look and see their health, which we manage in real time. If it doesn't seem to be working on a desktop, just refresh it and it should automatically go through. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Mucho.
All right. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you all for sticking around with us and watching this fun little excursion into the basement as this episode titled Fallen into Shadow comes to a close, and we will look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock
Like he
Eastern
knows we were gonna open the mysterious
when we
door.
continue to loot, die, and repeat.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hey!